everybody, and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will. I'm the world's greatest roleplayer and a D&D sex icon, and I'm back today for yet another episode of Warhammer, but this is episode 1. This is a new season, The Great Conspiracy, my friends. So let's get into it. Let's figure out who we are and who we're playing. Of course, we have Jim fucking Davison with us today in the DMC. Jim, how's it going, my friend?
It's going really good. I know what day of the week it is now. I'm aware of sort of the passage of time, and now that we're back on playing regularly, and my life's back in order. So I'm feeling great and ready to get started.
Fantastic. And of course, we have Charlie with us tonight. First and foremost, how's it going, Charlie?
It's going good. It's Warhammer Wednesday. Yes. Sorry, I'm excited. I'll calm down. But no, I'm good. I'm super excited that we're back. We're in a new setting, but it's the same world, and we're all like the worst people, and that's kind of exciting for me. I'm kind of excited to be utter scum.
Yes, absolutely. Getting to live out my my real life in roleplay is truly a dream and an honor. Fantastic. Of course, we have Pruitt with us tonight. Pruitt, how's it going, my friend?
It's going great, Will. I will be playing Van Barrison. I can't wait. It will be about booze and guns. Let's get to it.
Amazing. Amazing. And of course, we have Cherry Bobon with us tonight. How's it going, friend?
It's going lovely. How's it going for you today?
I'm ready. I'm ready for for some Warhammer Wednesday. That's what I'm ready for. Fantastic. And well, last and most least, I skipped over him, but Gareth, how's it going?
I'm fantastic. I'm looking forward to joining the next season, and I'm glad to see some things never change. Did you still hate me?
Yeah. I myself will be playing Jerry the Racketeer, who's ready to live out his Warhammer Chav dreams in Middenheim. So a couple of things before we get started, before we hand over to Jim fucking Davison to take us away into a world of Warhammer. You guys in chat can, of course, interact with today's show. If you haven't retweeted this tweet, go ahead and do so. And, of course, when we hit the next subscriber goal, you guys get a viewer decision as well, where you get to decide something which happens next in our campaign. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Last but not least, you can donate to affect the game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and, of course, Leroy Jenkins. As per usual, we are sponsored here today by fancyground.com, our virtual tabletop of choice. Go to Fancyground, check out their free demo version over there. whalinggames.co.uk is a go-to destination for your own Warhammer minis or just other board games and tabletop RPGs at up to 20% off the retail value. Last but not least, stick around to the end of the game, or we'll give away another set of tabletop loot dice for your own use at your own tables and role-playing games. With that being said, though, let's begin the Great Conspiracy, and let's hand over to Jim fucking Davison to start this adventure with us.
All right, here we go. Excuse me. Last week, sort of covered in the session 0, we got to know who the characters were, how they knew each other, and how they came upon this particular tavern known as the Wolf's Head. And we had discussed a bit about the various other inhabitants of the neighborhood and their connections to our party. And as we start the game itself, we sort of come in on Middenheim in the summer. Middenheim is a city with high walls perched atop a high rocky outcropping, and in the summer, the city is a stinking, humid mess. Very frequently, disease and unsanitary conditions pervade throughout the city, and it is generally not considered a very pleasant time. This is compounded by the fact that the Oricans swathed their buildings in the clothes of mourning to symbolize their devotion to their god as he undergoes his ceremonial death every summer. And so summer in Middenheim is a dour, sort of unhappy place full of people who are hot, humid, and sick. And in the middle of all of this, they throw a week-long party known as Carnival, a break from the usual pragmatic and stoic outlook that the Middenheimers have. They open their doors to all strangers and allow people from the countryside, from other nations even, into their city, where they have a giant celebration. This celebration is preceded by a day of fasting, where most people eat meager meals and drink thin ale, and then a week of partying. As we said last week, of late, these carnivals have gotten increasingly violent. Now, there were always riots at the Snot Ball matches. There were always rivalries between the various gangs, and dueling has always been a problem amongst the aristocrats. But over the last 3 or 4 years, the riots have gotten more widespread, and the dueling has gone from a problem of the salons and supper clubs of the aristocracy to blood in the streets. And as the city prepares itself for this year's Carnival, there is a bit of talk in the air of what will happen this year when there's a riot, or this year when the gangs start carving each other up in the open streets. I'd like to throw it to my players now. This is the, we'll call it mid-morning on the first day of Carnival. Yesterday you've done your fasting. Whether or not you observe that tradition or not is up to you. Otherwise, it is mid-morning on that first day of Carnival. The streets are packed. Everyone is milling about already. There are entertainers and buskers and hawkers and all sorts of people trying to sell things and get you to come in their beer tent. It's quite crowded and quite festive outside. What I'd like to know is where y'all are at and sort of what your character is up to this morning.
I think Jerry is probably not yet reached Carnival. He's probably either still in bed or just getting up and getting into some kind of fist fight with someone, on an alley on the way in. And making his way there with a couple of fresh bruises, a bottle in one hand, and the swagger about him of someone who owns these streets, or at least thinks that he does. And he'd probably be going to round people up. He'd be going down to the pub. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head.
Wolf's Head.
Wolf's Head.
Wolf's Head, of course. Yeah. He'd be going to head down to Wolf's Head to round up a few boys and girls to head down for the Carnival.
So Jerry's sort of on his way. No, not right there. How about Molly?
Molly, this morning, woke up with a hangover and nearly forgot it was Carnival until she kind of went back into her own bedroom window and saw the dress that she'd been making for the last month and was like, oh shit, yeah, that's today. Put on her dress, made sure it was perfect, and headed straight down because she has a lot of work to do today. She's made deals with people to hook up a few things, to advertise a few things, send people, tourists, in the right direction. She's hustling this morning. She's a little out of breath, and she is hustling her hustle. That is Molly's morning so far.
Okay, so she's sort of out and about, not staying inside or anything like that.
Yeah, her skirt is basically made up of pockets, different colored patchwork pockets. And in each one are different flyers, and then in one of them there's some of Jerry's stash, and then another one there's the spare the shank that she carries with her. It's just a skirt of pockets. And the right thing to the right person as she's hustling.
Nice, excellent.
You don't want to get your shank mixed up with your flyers.
You really don't. You really don't. And then how about York?
So York is kind of just getting ready for the morning. The morning's not too much of a good time. He's looking to bribe the person that runs kind of the local market to get a better pitch. He knows that kind of the good pitches go straight away, and he can never be bothered to wake up early enough. He just kind of saves a bit of coin and palms it off to him to get maybe. Is there somewhere they serve drinks outdoors, or maybe somewhere they gamble, particularly where people are kind of lubricated up a little bit socially, or kind of their inhibitions have dropped? That's where he looks to set up so he can get kind of that easy coin from them.
So there's two main locations or two main ways of getting inebriated at Carnival. There is the Brewers and Victualers Festival of Fine Arts, which is held in the Great Park, and it's like a giant sort of big circus tent kind of thing where all of the taverns and whatever might sort of come and send someone there to congregate. It's like a giant beer tent. And then you can go to the actual taverns themselves, which usually will throw open their windows and doors and sort of set up mini beer tents outside of their establishments. So there's the big one, or, it's like, oh, next door, but you can get thirsty on the way to the big tent.
Yeah,
So-
I imagine he's kind of he's pretty close to the big one. Obviously, it would cost a lot of money normally, but he's noticed that kind of the guy who runs whatever market stalls are there is kind of one of these disgusting-looking men. So he's kind of there's a bit of coin, and he's agreed to tell the fortune of a lady that the next man she bumps into is going to be the love of her life, and then he's going to walk in and bump into her. He's kind of he's wingmanning at the same time. Once he kind of puts someone in his sights, York will kind of give him the nod when he's ready.
You're your own wingman.
Well, no, for this disgusting
This client.
market stall owner. Yeah.
I see. Okay, I see. What
That's
you mean.
all part of me getting this stall I'd never normally be able to afford.
Yes, gotcha. So you're out there hustling yourself, and then setting up these gentlemen there. All right. How about a van?
A van would probably be. He would head out to the beer tent en route to the Wolf's Head, even though it's probably further to get to the beer tent. But he likes to settle at what he calls home. And the Wolf's Head, they make a great bean stew for breakfast, and so he wants to go have some breakfast to get ready for a full day of drinking. So he'll go out, he'll go to the stalls and then get him some mead. He'll probably see York on the way and throw him a knowing wink, and just see what's out and about. And then he would go ahead and head on to the Wolf's Head to see Molly and everyone there.
Gotcha. All right. So en route to the Wolf's Head by way of the Brewer's Tent, which is like a big horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. And how about Melanie?
Melanie, after getting her few hours sleep, is probably checking in on any clients that need to be attended to, make sure nobody's dead. And then would probably make her presence known at the tent, shake hands, grease palms with anybody she needs to, and then go find her little corner at the Wolf's Head and start waiting for the next call.
Okay. So we're sort of like doing a little bit of work and then just making the rounds, making an appearance before heading back to home base. All right. In that case, it sounds like then that York and Molly are going to be out for a while, working the crowds and doing their hustle. Whereas everyone else eventually will make their way around lunchtime to the Wolf's Head itself.
I'll round them up, ain't I?
Yeah. You can round up Molly and York.
Yeah, she's got my shit. I want it. So she better fucking have it.
Maybe I do.
I'll shut. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Molly is not at the Wolf's Head.
Fuck. Where the fuck is Molly?
I was looking for myself, Gary. This is
man?
Jerry. I'm a little. It's early.
You pissed, mate.
Oh, I'm not mad yet. I don't think. Nobody's tried to pick a fight.
Alright. You want to go around the carnival?
I just came, but I will go back. Yes.
Yeah. I want to go to carnival. I want to find Molly as well. She's got my shit.
Oh, you too.
Oh, yeah.
And then perhaps we should round her up.
You're thinking exactly what I'm thinking, friend. Come on.
Let me just top
Is
it
that
off
about
here.
it?
And
Yep.
Van will get his mug topped off before they leave.
All right. So Van's got his mug there. Two of you are going to go look for Molly, and as sort of you're exiting the Wolf's Head, you basically run into Melanie, who is on her way there as well.
You're right, Mel.
How's it going? What are you up to?
You said Molly. She's got my shit.
She's back at the tent.
What tent? Show me.
You know. All
Yeah,
right.
look. Fucking tents up there,
Is she
Mel.
working the crowd?
Isn't she
Yeah.
always? She's got some skirt with all these pockets on it. I think she's got a flyer for everything going on
She's
in
got a
town.
fucking pocket skirt out, is she? Oh,
I'm sure she has a guy in every pocket.
Probably that too.
Yeah. Oh, Moles is good for it. Let's go find her.
All right.
Moles! Scream out of the wall.
As you like press through the crowds, right? You know, these streets are already fairly narrow, and Middenheim is being built as it is on a rocky outcropping. Space is at a premium, and so most of the streets in the Freiburg actually has sort of the broadest streets in Middenheim, and even then it's quite packed. But at least there's fresh air and a slight breeze at this time of day as you make your way through to the big tent. Not that far away.
Crazy out.
Yeah.
Moles! Where the fuck are you?
Jerry, what the hell are you yelling about? Like the other side of the tent.
Yeah, screw over there. You got my shit!
I ain't got any shit.
Fucking.
That's
Oh,
why you
what
don't
are you
leave it with a
talking
woman.
about?
Yeah, no, I
They'll
fucking
take
know
your
it.
shit every time.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I
Christ,
wanted
Mom.
her to do, to be honest. I barrel my way through the crowd until I go over the Moles, screaming at her all the way.
Yeah, I mean you're nearby. I imagine it's you can pick out.
York
Gary's
is
voice
literally
crowd.
trying to avoid Jerry.
Yeah.
He's hiding and ducking. He might be halfway through a fortune telling, but he literally just ducks beneath his platform trying to avoid it. Like, especially when I can hear him in the mood he's in.
Yeah. Okay. Then in that case, give me a. Let's see. Where is this here? I guess stealth. I guess they combined concealment and silent move into one now. So go ahead and give me a stealth. And this time of day, it's not as crowded as it's going to get. The crowds are building, so there's still sort of like space between people, and you can kind of, at least around the beer tent, can move fairly freely. It, of course, is in the middle of the great park, which is a nice sort of manicured lawn area. And
That was 1 degree of failure for myself.
Okay, all right, so that's a marginal failure. In that case, yeah, I mean, they might miss you, but right as you tuck down, there's a big gap in the crowds.
There's just a big sign up behind me that I duck down and reveal that says York's fortune telling.
York's fortune. All right.
I was going to say I rolled a perception check. Oh, God.
Yeah, what is it?
I rolled a perception check. And I got like 3 degrees of success.
Yeah, you see York. Van sees York.
York's kind of just stood there for a second like a rabbit in headlights before he realizes how this is going to go down.
Jerry, perhaps we should get our fortunes read.
About that.
Oh, yeah. York, you fucking wanker. What you doing down there? You hiding from me?
I'm fucking working. What the fuck are you doing disturbing me here?
I'm in fun moles. You seen her?
Yeah, she's all over. She was all over some guy over there and then another guy over there. And I'm pretty sure there was a girl over there as well. You know, she's not picky.
Ooh,
Alright.
Wait,
Well,
she's not around here, is
and a
she?
libertine.
She's, we're all trying to earn money here, Gerard. What are you doing?
my fucking
know
arse
how
will
much
try
fucking
to
money I
money you.
owe?
We're trying to find my fucking shits while we're trying to do this, son. Don't you get lippy with me, you little twat.
You're the one threatening to break my legs if I don't make my payments, and then you're the one
Hey, it's not a
stopping me
fucking
make my
threat, mate.
fucking payments right here.
I ain't never ever threatened anyone to break their fucking legs. I just have done it a few times.
That's exactly what I'm fucking. I'm quite partial to my legs. I need them.
I would dare you to find anyone around here who would ever prove or testify in a court of law what I had ever broken anyone's ankles or knees before.
Hang on 1 second. He turns to the woman that's still stood there getting her fortune. Tall dark stranger, don't walk on the ladders. Watch out for the cat. And then he kind of pushes her away.
Which cat?
The blue one. Just fuck off. We're talking here. Listen. Am I gonna have to work tonight as well? Because I'm not sure I can do these hours. I'm here all day, then you make me go out everywhere at night.
Until you fucking pay us back, son, you're just gonna be working. Alright, now, fucking come with me, we've got to find Moles. Moles! Where's she fucking gone to?
Molly has
was-
ducked and just gone to go play elsewhere because Jerry screaming at her is not good for this.
Yeah. So there's a tradition at the carnival called yokel baiting, where a poor, unfortunate out-of-towner is chosen by a gang or just regular ass Middenheimers and tormented for days on end. And Molly, you're sort of like scanning the crowd, and you can see in this case is a garishly colored and sort of done up in motley. In this instance, a pickpocket, a very highly visible and flamboyant pickpocket who is barreling through the crowd in your general direction. You don't have a moment or two to act, but as you're kind of like looking around, did I shake Jerry? You see, one of these gags that gets pulled, a very visible pickpocket with a very angry foreigner mere meters behind him. You have just a moment before we're going to have to roll initiative.
So I think Molly would at first step back, but then she's gonna actually step forward and she's just gonna stick her foot out to trip the guy.
Trip the pickpocket or the foreigner?
Yep, pickpocket.
Okay.
If he's gonna be obvious enough to get caught, he's gonna get in trouble because it takes the attention away from what she's pickpocketing.
Yes. So, and then in that case, everyone else can make me perception in order to sort of see this. Let's go ahead and roll initiative for Molly.
Hey, let me see. That uses intuition, right?
I think initiative is its own stat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's its own characteristic.
INT or I?
I.
Alright,
Yep.
I'm on 31.
31, and so let's see.
Flash die, 1d1. Okay. I fail.
So it's a marginal failure. I unfortunately got a solid failure, and so even I had 3 negative success levels to your 1. So you sort of like as he's like the motley pickpocket is running through the crowd, and of course, like most Middenheimers are getting out of his way. They understand the drill, but envious of the competition, Molly, you attempt to trip, and he sort of like sees the attempt, and in the attempt to get over your foot to not fall, he trips over his own feet and lands right near where Molly is in a bit of a tumble, the foreigner hot on his heels. You have a moment. What was everybody else's success levels for perception to sort of see all this? There's a lot going on.
3.
Failed. 3.
I got
And
5
3
levels of
degrees
failure.
sharp eye again. Jeez. I guess Jerry and York are arguing for Mel.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So Van, I guess you see this again. Molly,
Did you see that guy, Paul?
he's gone and tumbled and is sort of at your feet, scrambling to get up. And there's like there's a couple of people who are picking him up out of the crowd, sort of giving you a look like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What does Molly do?
Molly kind of like, it just gives him like a half shrug, like, it's fair play. And she'll step between the foreigner, the out-towner, and the dude on the floor. Like, what did he do to you? That's not nice. That's not how we do things around here.
He took my coin purse.
He took your coin purse.
Yes, he did. Oh. And he just like the big with the floppy hat and the feather, just like a Bretonian, an out-of-towner. Undoubtedly.
What kind of coin purse was it? Was it one of the ones on the leather band?
Brimmed.
Was it cloth?
Of course.
That's your mistake. See, now, go and see my friend. Just 3 tenths down, he sells the best coin purses in the city. That thing is never getting taken off of you. It comes with 3 buckles. 3. You tell him that Molly sent you. And I'll sort out this guy and see if I can get your money back.
All right, let's see here real quick. So the rest of you guys, we're gonna look and see what the new skill list looks like. Probably.
I have haggle.
Yeah. Haggle's more like the
charm.
Charm is what we're looking for. Charm. Yeah, this looks like a charm.
Charm's good.
I'm on a 53 for charm. Ooh. Success.
All right.
One success level.
1 success level. So Molly's over here, and the Bretonian is, but he's got my, and at this point the crowd is sort of like formed around the pickpocket, and you're turned him in the other direction. He's lost sight of him. Just better than what I had, and he sort of walks off, leaving Molly to himself. What was everybody else doing during this?
Watching, drinking, and laughing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
imagine
probably
York's
going up
Sorry,
to
go ahead.
Molly.
Yeah.
No. That's all. I think Gary's like using this opportunity to jump on him.
York kind of is tucking his cards into his pocket above his heart, and he's like writing a sign saying "Gone for lunch" or something like that, ruining how much this spot makes and how much he's going to lose, dealing with more of Gerhard's bullshit.
Funny you didn't see that coming.
I can't read fortunes all the fucking time. The fate showed them to me. Oh, fuck off.
We'll get there, son. You will get there with hard work and dedication.
What the fuck do you know about hard work and dedication? What the fuck have you had to work for?
I work every day at the college. I've been a student.
Have
For
you
12
even ever
years.
wiped
12
your own
years.
fucking ass?
12 years. I know.
You're right,
that.
mate.
Sometimes
fucking
it fucking hurts to look at you. You're that fucking lazy. You suck the energy out of me.
You should go see a doctor.
About that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can you give me something to do with him?
Sure.
Poison, maybe?
I'm not giving you poison. That cost extra. Jesus fucking Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Only,
If you if y'all still looking for Molly, go ahead and make me another perception roll. It sounds like that she's still trying to remain hidden.
Over
Just
here.
occasionally you get a yellow light. Leave me alone, Jerry. I'm busy.
Can't see her.
You can hear her. You can't see her.
How come I never want to find her? She always shows up. When I do want to find her, I can't fucking find her.
Hello.
That's not gonna work. All right. Molly still continues to elude the party here, and the crowd is starting to build and gather as it gets closer and closer to lunchtime. The Brewers and Victualers Festival of Fine Arts is going to get packed, and the smell of sausages and meat pies and the like starts mixing with the brew and the ale and all the other beverages that are on offering here, and it sort of is just become a more lively place as lunchtime begins on the first day of Carnival there. And as Molly continues to evade everyone as they call out for her, are you guys going to keep this up or leave Molly to her?
Is that a success for Melanie on the 27th?
Oh yeah. What's Mel's perception? I believe so. Should be. What's her perception?
I have, let's see, and +5, so 49.
Oh yeah. Eventually, Mel would spot Molly then.
Oi, you! Over here! I then charge at the Molly. What my drugs?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Could you be a little more... There it
Thank
is.
you, Melanie. Thank you.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, Moles, where is it then? Huh?
I don't know what Eddie told you, but I ain't got nothing for you.
You've been running around here like a fucking ferret, love.
What the fuck's a ferret?
How many of those pockets am I gonna have to look through before you show me my shit?
How many
I've
fingers
got a
would you
lot of
like to lose? Jerry.
Fucking hell. Why is it never fucking easy, you balls?
Because you never pay me, Jerry. That just
Eddie
slipped
said it would be
your
fine.
mind here. Oh,
Eddie
I'm sure he
fucking
did.
said it
Eddie
would be
doesn't pay a
fucking
fucking
fine.
bill either.
As far as I'm concerned, love, Eddie's word is as good as fucking gold.
As far as
No, I
you're
don't know
concerned,
what-
your dog's word is as good as gold. But that doesn't put any gold in my pockets, does it? And she like holds up all of her pockets. There is
You
no
are a fucking
jingling.
princess, sweetheart. Next up to Sage from the raid. Welcome in. Warhammer is episode 1. Guys are in a great time.
Are you telling me that you've dragged me? In fact, you've dragged all of us here for some fucking petty drug deal.
No fucking petty drug deal, son. I don't deal in any petty drug deals. This one is strictly big league shit, innit? If she fucking has the stuff. Oh,
Is this gonna get any of my debt paid off to Gouda? Am I just wasting my fucking time again?
the cheese is as a cheese fucking does, son. Alright.
I don't even know what that means.
Now don't go stinking out the cheese. Know what I'm saying? Right, listen, boss. How much you gonna take? I'll give you 10% of all profit.
12.
12 fucking percent. You expect me to do the fucking math on that?
That's like 4% more.
Exactly what
Right.
Van said.
12% then. Add over.
Molly like holds one hand out for like some coin, some like token offering, and she'll reach into one of the many pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll place a little, like a coin in her hand. That'll do for now.
And she'll do like a swap, so the drugs come out and the coin goes away.
So there's you guys are engaged in this transaction, and I guess all the rest of you are doing whatever it is that you do when your friends are
You can look out, I hope.
Keeping a lookout.
Van
No
just likes
worries.
to watch.
Oh, no.
Van just likes to watch people, and like with Molly and what she did, like all of the goings on. He's been around here for so long. He knows everyone's gimmick. He knows all their rackets. So it's just fun for him to see all the newbies and the foreigners come in and get taken left and right.
Exactly.
Well, they'll turn to Van and give him a wink because he's said it's actually 4% when it was only 2%, and so she's going to use him like, and that'll be testimony that she's owed 4% more than she was getting offered. And she'll just slip him her hip flask as like a cheers.
He'll gladly take a sip.
Uh-huh.
It's
So
like
it's-
full on pink stripper in there. This is not messing about.
At some point, during lunch, is anyone getting anything to eat, or are y'all just involved in this this interaction here?
I'm gonna tell my
Like,
shit now.
like-
You just fucking gonna come with me, son. I look at you.
Van, he's going to go try to find him some sausage for lunch. Molly shouldn't be the only one on the search for that. So,
Okay, gotcha. Van's gonna go get something to eat. York and Jerry are going to sleep.
York would have pulled out the
Got some
saddest
fucking
little
drugs.
pack lunch of like, you know that poor kid in school that's always got the worst lunch? Like it's all the off-brand like not Dairy Lee, but like Terry Lee Funkables instead of Dunkables or whatever. He's that kid.
Oh, God.
He's that kid, and like he's about to eat his sad little lunch and a cracker, and then he gets summoned away, so he wraps it all back up again.
He's got like one of the cans and the label's fallen off, so it's like a mystery as to what's in it, and it just like pops up. Just listen. Could be
I go around
fish,
nicking
could be
anything.
Sam.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. So, so we've got Jerry and York headed off. Molly's doing her thing. How about Mel? Where's Mel at as lunchtime draws in? What's Mel up to?
Probably get like some sort of savory biscuit, a drink, and a smoke. Just kind of watching the goings on, seeing if there's anybody she needs to go shake hands with, or keeping an eye on Molly and Gerhardt in their doings, make sure they're not getting into trouble.
Right. So everybody's sort of like separate, but still in the same vicinity. It sounds like as you're mingling about the ever-growing crowds. And at some point during all this, a robed man, you can see by the badge on his very fine and well-made robes, is from the Worshipful Guild of Legalists and Lawyers, and sort of like steps up. He's got a scroll with all the sort of tassels and wax seals and the like, and one of the puffy sort of hats, and stands up on a rostrum and unfurls the scroll, and in a nasally, high-pitched voice that has trouble at first getting over the crowd, takes him a few, excuse me, before the crowds sort of begin to quiet down enough. Excuse me, yes, we have it. I have this. Thank you. By order of Graf Boris Tondbringer, in consultation with his advisors, counselors, and
Fucking
the
get
law
to the
lord,
point, mate!
hold your tongue. Pursuant to a healthy body politic and cognizant of nuisances of fleas, lice, ticks, and other sundry vermin, the guildsmen, burghers, and freemen of the city are to be made aware of a bounty to be placed upon the carcasses of all cats, dogs, and other such creatures, beginning at sundown on the first day of Carnival. It's all cats. Dogs are double for the small and vicious ones. This 2,532nd year of our empire. And the
I got a small vicious one right here. Where's the fan?
there is a
whoa!
the That's enough from you. Again, a bounty to be placed on all cats, dogs, and other such creatures, beginning at sundown this evening.
Episode one,
there's
your
a
pets
bunch
are
of people
fucking
like
dead. Say goodbye now.
Jim, you need to speak about your childhood. Has there been... What happened to you? What
I would
happened to you as a
advise
person?
anyone
Pets.
who is shocked by my actions today, go look at the Great Cat Massacre of Southern France.
That is
I was
porn to Jim. Jim jacks off to that.
Now we shouldn't kink shame.
Sure, yeah. How dare you? How dare
He
you?
wants some
And in a
Wow.
Warhammer game. In a Warhammer game, no less. So this herald reads the edict here, and he's accompanied by like two of the city watch that are kind of keeping people away from the speaker's podium that he's at. And so, but there's a bit of like mixed reaction from the crowd. Some scratching their heads, and others, like they're already toasting and seemingly like just whatever the medieval chest bumping equivalent is, getting ready to murder some cats and dogs.
Can York see the woman that he told the fortune to? I told you about the fucking cat. She was...
I didn't hear that. I heard that.
I want to go kill some cats.
Why the fuck would they be killing cats? And why would
got
they
some
pay
stones.
people to do it?
I need to start a few cats, cool.
Is there some sort of disease about, you think?
I mean, it's spread through cats and dogs. They don't really bite people, do they? I mean, not all the time.
Rat.
Depends on what you're doing to them.
Alright, so, yeah. I said extra for the ones scraping the hardest. I don't know.
Are they paying a lot, Jim? Is this a lot of money?
It's a fair bit. Like there seems to be more information right up at the podium where they're at, and there's another member of the Legalists Guild who seems to have a sheaf of loose pamphlets that is sort of posting and handing them out as well. So yeah, if you wanted more information, you could go look for it there.
Yeah, Van was gonna go up to them and just kind of be like,
we need more information. Do they need to be whole? Is this like a 51%, 49%?
Yes.
We need all the cat for all the gold.
Well, you've got to have at least the majority of the identifiable carcass, and we would accept.
What are your thoughts on mutilation?
Mutilation is fine. It's as long as you at least a head or something. But you can't cut it up and get 4 bounties.
Jerry's gonna come and be like, so, man, what I'm hearing is you guys are looking to buy some pussy. Because I might be selling.
Indeed. I mean, it's a little early, but lunchtime. And, he's...
Rose! Lunchtime! Over here.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Oh,
He's got friends.
What do you want, Barry?
Molly, of course. Yes.
You alright? I've seen you recently.
I should just ignore him most. Jesus Christ.
So are these cats in? Is they diseased or something? I don't be touching no diseased cats, do I?
I definitely can't.
Not diseased, just, the fleas are always such a problem this time of year. I don't write the laws. I mean, you're talking like a watchman, right? Like just a beat cop, right? That just knows a little bit about it.
What if these animals are people's pets? Lots of people like dogs and cats.
Oh, fucking dog. You ain't killing my dog, son. Fucking kill you.
It's
You're putting a price on their head.
I would put a price on their head, sure. It's a nuisance, though. They're barking all through the night, and the cats that are tearing up in alleyways and fighting, getting into spats, and all the there's just so many of them.
What are you paying? What are you paying for rats? Plenty of rats.
No, the Rat Catchers Guild deals with the rats.
They use
They got
dogs.
fucking monopoly over that, they do, Sam.
How will they deal with the rats?
Right, there's a special dispensation for rat catcher dogs.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey,
You reckon those Selfies are going to steal our head from the pub? And that in, our wolf's got a lot of teeth.
yeah, those fucking pikeys might try and nick them.
I mean, it's what I'd do.
Please don't use that word.
What? Nick?
You know what I mean? We've talked about that. It's not sensitive.
It's fucking sensitive, mate. My dick is sensitive.
It's
Very
not sensitive.
sensitive.
I don't want to
I would
know.
say overly sensitive. It's strange.
Jerry, why do you compare everything to your dick? You compared last night's dinner to your dick. It was soup. How the fuck is soup?
I can see the
It was fucking
comparison.
salty, mate. It was a salty fucking soup.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
it wasn't nearly enough to go around either. So.
You fucking what, Sam?
Never is, man. Never is. That's a secret.
My balls makes a good fucking point that those pikey boys from down south might try and nick shit from our pub while we're away, and or our dogs. Vis-a-vis, we should go fuck them up for crimes committed against us.
Before the crimes get committed, that's even more sensible, that is.
That's a preemptive strike, is what we called it.
Again, you're taking me from my place of work where I earn money to play Gouda back, and we're going on a hunch.
Who knows
I'm the
if
one that
anyone
tells.
gets head stolen, and you're the one that's going to be able to see who's going to steal it.
You're gonna fucking blame me, aren't you? And then Gouda's gonna put more money on my debt. Why the fuck does all this happen? Jesus Christ. Okay, let's just
Listen,
fucking
son.
go and get it done
Let me put
quickly.
it to you this way, in a way that you might understand, you little fucking brain. Is you fucked up, Sam, and you owe the big cheese a lot of fucking money. Now me, in my fucking magnificence, has fucking seen
Good
to
work.
you like a fucking angel from fucking Sigma to let you not have your fucking knees fucking broken. So what you does is you does for me what I tells you to do. Understood?
Understood, Mr. Jerry, sir.
That's right.
Gentlemen, ladies, I found a cat. Perhaps we can find out. We can follow the source. We follow the money. What do you
Why
say?
the fuck? How did you? We were just standing here. How the fuck did you do that?
Cats
Good job,
love
son. You're gonna do well.
They
I
love
thought Wait, I thought we were supposed to kill him. That one's alive.
Well, I mean, if we follow
It's
this
pretty
cat
dead.
back, we can find out where there are other cats.
Good idea. Find a cat
can't-
for a day, and you will have one cat.
Some days
Teach
I
a man a
question
cat. You'll have a lot of fucking cats.
Sometimes I question y'all's intelligence, but you actually sound slightly smart right now. It's kind of concerning.
I told you, Jerry, if you read my books, they'd help.
I can't fucking read, love. How about you read them to me?
Oh lord, we need to schedule a story time for everybody.
Yeah, did York get one of the pamphlets?
Yeah, I would have taken one.
Okay.
Molly has
all
a
right.
stash in one of our pockets. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So
I
you
took one as well.
Reading it over your York's shoulder.
Let's see here. Just a second. So, all right, everybody's here. You've all kind of talked. The watchman got what he was after from Molly and walked back to the podium where the two legalists are still, answering questions of people. So it's just sort of like the nod of you in this crowd talking here. What is y'all's next? What's y'all's next move?
Let's head back to the Wolf's Head first of all. Make sure none of those fucking pikey lots are stealing anything, and then from there, we round up some lads, kill some fucking cats.
Or maybe what we could do as well, we'll like round up all the cats and we can store them in my apartment, and then there'll be a cat shortage and they'll have to hike up the price of what they're paying for cats, and then we just kill them all and hand them in.
How many fucking cats do you think we're gonna get, love?
I don't know. You got a dog, you can round them up. How hard can it be to catch a cat?
Have you
Think
ever
about
tried
that.
herding cats?
No,
Have you?
only people, they got the money.
Yeah, herding.
Pretty easy to do with a saucer of milk.
Can
Yeah,
anyone get any
some
meat
milk.
easily? Just leave a whole heap of meat. There's plenty of things that come out of the shadows and eat that if we left it out.
Gosh.
Meat's expensive,
Shouldn't
no
talk
wonder you
about Molly
earn big
that way.
food of money. Man, you charmer.
Mhm.
I mean, it depends on what they're eating. They might have a piece of something or somebody left in, the back room there.
It's fucking dark.
So as you as you make your way back to the Wolf's
That's
Head,
true.
cutting through the crowd, you get back and there's a sizable crowd is gathered outside of it. The owner of the Wolf's Head, who I said his name is Gunther, has started to set up tables and the like, and he gives as you guys approach, he gives Molly a look, and his usual talkative self is just and gestures back towards the back, but he seems to be occupying himself outside. Yeah, inside
that-
there's a handful of patrons, the usuals.
Is the gesture like get inside, you need to work, or get inside, there's something you should see?
More like get inside, need a hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they'll go through it. Get to work, since Jerry isn't letting her work at the thing, and we have a Wolf's Head to protect.
The wolf's
Oh,
head
yeah,
is
that's
still
not-
intact, yes?
Yeah, Wolf's Head's still intact.
Ah, good. Straight.
Okay.
And plops his mug down for some gut punch.
That's right.
The pamphlets detail a whole bunch of information. It's basically that little speech that the Herald read, as well as some details. It is to begin at sundown on today. It's going to be 5 pennies per cat and 1 shilling per dog, and it's to be collected at the watch. At the watch captain station. So like each neighborhood has a different watch captain that's responsible for they're kind of like cops, but also not really. And so that's where you would collect those bounties at.
Alright, I'm gonna ask around, see if anyone's seen those fucking selfies around here, or any cats vis-a-vis, or the wanted poster.
York will kind of sit himself in a corner, staring kind of angrily again at the gambling tables where he lost a whole bunch of money. He just kind of likes to stare at it with kind of fury in his eyes, and he'll just start idly shuffling the cards. I guess kind of sat near everyone, but not really joining in the drink.
Gotcha. And then so how about Mel how about Mel?
She'd probably check on her little room in the back, make sure everything's all right, and then sit up in her corner,
Okay.
having a smoke.
Having a
Taking it all
smoke. Van's Van's sort of drinking. Molly, there's not that much to do. It's mostly, Gunter needs some stuff outside and someone to just sort of keep an eye on things while he's working the crowds as they
Yeah, I was out like
yeah.
fans got punch and make sure that Jerry's got his drink on his normal spot at the bar, and then go and like roll the barrel out and get the fresh one in and stuff.
Gotcha. You all settle into your usual sort of spots and routine, and unless anyone has any sort of like something they're really wanting to do or go somewhere or talk to someone, the time sort of gets away from you. This is also, like I said, the wolf head it's sort of sunken down, right? You've got to like walk down into the sort of bottom of it. It's difficult sometimes to tell exactly what time of day it is outside. Crowds are blocking the windows. So unless one of you are like, yeah, we I'm gonna go out here and do this thing, you find that time has passed.
Yeah, in that time though, Van he would kind of bring up maybe to Jerry or whoever's listening,
Well, why cats and dogs? They've never done this. Right? Pestilence, fleas, lice. First off, that's just life, I thought. But
Maybe
thirdly, the
they're
rats.
maybe there's something new going on with the cats and dogs that we don't know about. Maybe them's just don't like cats and is trying to kill him. I don't reckon there's any kind of great conspiracy going on.
Certainly not.
I must admit, I've been adding a lot of cats to the fortunes I've been telling. I may have worried a few people, maybe some lore makers. I really hope this
York's
isn't
fault.
Fucking hell, York.
Profound, says loudly.
A couple of the patrons look over and
No. He's joking. That's a Neville. That's a fucking joke. Don't you tell anyone that.
Van, do not sell yourself short. You have been warning people about cats for a while. And now look at it. Wanted posters on their heads. You obviously are a man of great power.
No,
He gives a big
I've been through this before. People don't want to hear their real fortunes. I tried that. I can do real fortunes, but these fuckers just want to hear about men or women that are going to come into their life or who's fucking who. That's all. And they must have a big cat or a dog at the end that's scaring them. That's all they want.
Well, I'd like to hear my fortune then. My real fortune.
You want your real fortune? Okay.
Come on.
As long as Jim's happy, roll a D111.
let's do real fortune. While you guys are doing this, 3 individuals walk into the bar that Jerry recognizes as members of the Last Drop gang. They are from the Old Quarter and are Big Gouda's sort of go-to for boys. And so 3 of them, Zalindo, Hasso, and Ika. 3 of them walk in.
Yeah, I kind of nod my head to them and greet them at the bar.
Yeah, boys. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. Not too good.
Did you hear about this business with the cats and dogs?
That's all I was talking about, mate.
Yes, the Fleischers over at the slaughterhouse are taking goat pelts. They're gonna turn them in.
Rich fucking won't know the difference.
What fortune did Van get? Or are you still working on?
I've dropped the card into, so it's all based on random cards and images. I've dropped the card into Discord. I'm not sure whether we can chat and stream or not, but kind of York closes his eyes for a second and opens and stares at Van and just bluntly says, "You are an empty vessel. What you're here to do, you're never going to succeed at. What you're trying to accomplish is all for nothing. You see nothing, you're worthless. You aim to make someone happy that's never going to accept you." And he just kind of smiles because he knows that's the worst thing he wanted to hear.
And as York is telling this fortune, Van is slowly draining his drink, and he's like,
You're quite good. Well done. Well done.
York, you should ask us in about drowned rats. Maybe we'll get a bounty on them next.
Maybe. I'll see what I can do.
Zalindo, while all this is going on, Zalindo gets Jerry's ear. So, Big Cheese, tonight, you're going to be ready if any of the people from Ulrichsmund or from beyond want to come over and rough up the place. We think East Gate's going to be a bit hard.
Those fucking pikeys going up in our spot. That's fucking cheeky, that is.
It's them and the rakes. Those, you know how they are.
Yeah.
He said to bring a muscle. Be ready.
How many do you need? Bring some balls with me.
Many you got? Bring yourself. York over there looks like he can handle himself in a fight.
No, but you can fucking come anyway.
Yeah.
Alright.
You just need to stand at the back, you know?
Alright, and what kind of rules are we running with here? Queensbury?
Mm-hmm. Yes, nothing to draw the watch, but we don't want them thinking that we blow kisses over here.
Alright, well, let Cheese know that I'm on it. Good to see you.
See you shortly before sundown. And he drained, they all three of them drained their,
Yes. As soon as they turn around, I'm like, alright, you lazy cunts, we are going tonight. With me. Back room. Let's go. I call everyone to head into the back, like Melanine's like back room to have some like private chats.
Alright.
Molly
Everybody
will
go
pick
back.
up Jerry's dog and be like feeding it like scrap stuff that she's found behind the bar and just be like eyeing anyone who's like threatening this dog. Like a big fat mean looking dog.
Right, just a big, like, fight bears kind of dog.
I point at the dog and I'm like,
You touch that dog, I touch you.
I mean, these are regulars in
walking
here. They like the dog as much as
yeah.
you know, yeah. They're like
I do have the students who are like new. You know,
yeah, they're just,
That one tourist in the corner who now knows he's walked into the wrong bar.
He's already been mugged 3 times.
right.
And he
Right.
only wanted direction.
That's it. So as you go back in Jerry's back room there.
When he had to buy a round for each of his muggers. Like, that was the hustle. He got mugged and he had to buy them a drink for the hassle.
I'm so sorry.
You can take all your gold, or you can buy me a beer.
So, word is from the Big Cheese that it's going to be a bit of a showdown tonight by the East Gate. Through that law from down south from the Rakes as well.
What kind of showdown is it? Are we just bare-fisting it, or is this...
Queensbury. Yeah, we're just going to go show them who's who. You know, put them in fucking line. Not going to crack too many of these together, you know what I mean? Just put them in their fucking place.
Bennett Goggle tonight.
Oh yeah, but this is more fucking important, love. This is the Cheese himself.
Can't really say no to that.
I don't suppose this is optional at all. Kind of an opt-in.
I don't suppose it fucking is some. No.
I suppose
So
as
bad,
long
I
as it
want
stays.
You there
As long as
with a
it's-
fucking...
Good.
I want you to have a fucking wrench, son. And I want you to hit any man with the wrench in the head that comes too close to you. Moles, I don't fucking know what you're going to do, love, but you do your thing.
I'm
look
glad
pretty.
you noticed my uses, Jerry.
Yeah, well, that's what good leaders do, isn't it? They identify things about people, what is good. So you do what you do, love. Mel, I want you to heal up anyone what is, gets too hurt. And you
Alrighty.
fucking stand next to me and try not to die.
I got a dagger and a sword, that's about it. But yeah, I can do that.
York, that's a pretty
Look
easy
out for the watch as well.
So
Well,
that's...
thanks for the what? And I'll
I just stand there like a
I'm running.
fucking meat shield. Again.
Do you have other uses? I mean,
Don't do much for my confidence. So that's it. We just fucking charge them, and who wins gets to walk away. That's top-notch plan,
that's how it
Jerry.
works, son. That's how it
Can't we
fucking works, son.
ambush them or jump them or whatever.
That would be dishonourable. Cheeky fuckers they may be, but they should see us coming when we fuck them up.
I've literally
Please play
on
fair.
the way to the fucking bar. You kicked 2 men while they were down. One of them
They
was
fucking
asleep.
deserved it, son. You see the way they're looking at me?
He had sleep apnea.
He fucking does now.
Seeing somebody was to make a point, so are going to make a point.
That's right.
These
Sometimes
sorts
there
of
ain't no reason to make a point other than making a fucking point.
There you go.
So yeah, these sorts of brawls are fairly common, and you've already heard at least 3 or 4 fights outside. Gunther has come back a couple of times, having to knock some heads around. So you're reaching that point in the post-lunch period where a lot of people have been drinking all day by now. The streets are like jam-packed, a press of bodies through the narrow streets there, and so it's gotten to be full-on Carnival outside as y'all are in the back room sort of planning and strategizing. Seems like it's maybe early afternoonish, still a couple hours before sundown. How would y'all like to spend the rest of time until then? And just gonna give me an idea of where your heads are at now.
Molly stays. Sorry.
No, you go first.
Molly stays like hustling around the Wolf's Head. She's like guarding this place now. She's convinced like if we're gonna go and hit the southeast, the east gate tonight, the southeast are coming here for the Wolf's Head before then. She's just like keeping an eye on things and handing out her flyers to the right people and making sure the right people know where the right people are.
Gotcha.
General normal Molly work.
Right.
And winding up Jerry. Like every time she passes, she'll just think of something to wind him up.
Right. Just to get under his skin.
He was yelling at her all morning at Carnival. She's not like letting him go.
No, you didn't make nearly as much as you thought you could have this morning. How about someone else?
Melanie's kind of loading down her coat with any supplies in case it gets bloody.
Preparing.
Keeping an eye out, but preparing.
Okay. And all right.
I'm gonna go practice
Jerry.
beat up some people. Yeah.
And we thought that maybe, just maybe, they're trying to lure us away from the Wolf's Head. Take it while we're at the East Gate.
What?
Sneaky southeast. I mean,
It's like-
this
it's
is
like-
your world.
This plays across Jerry's like super dumb looking fab face.
Think about it. Tactics.
I could fuck like these fucking pikeys could try something. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't
I
put it
think-
past them.
You think Godo would let that happen?
Maybe we
Cheese
should
is
just-
a smart one though.
What if we ask Gunther? That's the bartender, right? Gunther? Yeah. What if we take the Wolf's Head down? Pretend it's already been stolen.
That's why.
Well, then we tell your boys that it has been, and they're more motivated to get it back. And if they do come to steal it, it won't be here.
Where will it be?
Wherever Gunther puts it. Now, I've had a few, but that sounds like a good plan to me.
You know, just sound like a good plan to you. Tell him what you just told me.
No,
I
what?
tell him,
Oh.
hide it.
Nah. Looks at it's like it's like cobweb, it's dusty, like it's
Hasn't been
never
touched
been
in 100 years.
Hasn't been moved ever.
Yeah, you
It's one of those, like,
you
if you
don't
touched it, the
take
fur
wolf's
would
head
fall
down.
out.
Yeah, that thing stays.
I mean, Jerry, what you could do, maybe you could spare someone that's not very important to like fighting there, like someone kind of weak and fragile and pretty, and they could stay here and guard this place. And then if anything goes wrong, I mean, he can come and get you.
You shouldn't talk about Mel that way. She's a quite capable woman. Or a human.
I mean, me. I could guard the wolf head, and then
Sure, shouting at me, mate.
I could guard the wolf head and come and get you if there's any problems.
Oh, with you, Sam. You know what MLs are like. Oh, you mean you? Good. Do you need a hand? Here.
York looks at him pleadingly.
Mm-hmm. Gunter looks around and he's sort of like,
That's yes. I'm pretty sure that was a yes.
Gunter can look after himself, can't you, Guns? Yeah. Now, you come to me, Sam. We need to bruise a lot of you. And in so doing, you'll become a man.
There you
York,
go.
you should get into a scrap or two.
Yeah.
I've been in fights. There's more better
I don't
ways
want
to
any.
do things. I mean, that's not really part of the argument.
What do you want to do, mate? You want to go up to Southeast and make best friends with him?
There are other ways to deal with things. People can be swayed. People's minds can be changed.
Especially when you catch him with the right cross. Sways him pretty well.
You think Good is gonna take that as an answer, York?
You know he fucking won't. Jesus Christ! Why
Listen,
is
son, if you want to
my answer always
if you want to get out of this shitty situation what you's in, you fucking do as you're told, Sam. When I say beat that one up, you say until death, and I say,
Or how high? I don't owe him money, but I ain't gonna fucking do the opposite of what he says.
I got drunk once and made a bad fucking decision. That's two
You
things
got
I've
drunk.
done wrong, and I'm being
You got drunk
punished.
once. I believe that.
Sounds like my second semester of my 12th year. Wait, that's this semester.
Don't worry, Van, I'll pull you another one. She like goes back and makes another gut puncher.
yes, he's running low on fuel. You can see the first rays of the sun start to dip below the buildings, or like piercing in through the narrow windows of the wolf head. So the plan is to what? Everybody's going. New York, you managed to get out of this one.
Doesn't
Exactly,
sound
Gavin.
like it. Doesn't sound like it.
No.
No,
got
that's
a couple
not
of my
their
fucking
Southeast
dick.
sympathizer.
That's very true.
yeah,
And so, y'all are getting ready. Mel has been preparing sort of this entire time. The rest of you have been going about your sort of business. Is anyone bringing any weapons with them? Is my next question.
yeah. I've got a cudgel on me, bottle in one hand, knife in the pocket, knife in the boot.
Melanine has her dagger close by at all times for both medicinal and non-medicinal use, and her saw somewhere in her jacket.
Gotcha.
Van always carries a hammer. It's more of like a smithing hammer, but it's still a solid, weapon. So
You still don't
Right.
want to get hit by it.
it's the tool of his trade. So.
Exactly. All right. And then for Molly and York.
Molly's
Yeah,
got
York's
her
got.
shank.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Molly's just got a shank. I'm the dog.
York's got like a weird looking dagger. It's like a ceremonial dagger that doesn't look like it should be used in combat, but it's the only thing he's got. So it's all right. Never has anyone smiled at me and done that before, Jim. I'm learning things today. You're completely ill-equipped to the task at hand.
It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's but it's the first time for number one. There's a first time for everything, and so hey, listen. 2 inches is lethal. That's all I have to say about it.
We're talking about my dick again.
We're talking about.
Probably. That sounds about right. Not that I would ever want to know.
Sure. But no one's bringing no one's bringing like an axe or a sword. I don't even know if you guys have anything like that as
Just
part
a
of your
dagger.
traffic or anything. Just daggers
I mean,
and cudgels.
Van could have access to like black powder weapons at the
Sure.
college, but he tries not to kick that stuff. But
Right.
maybe last year during Carnival, he took one night when it was getting really bad, just for protection.
Sure. Molly's
I
got
can
her
make
sham.
up like a flammable glass bottle of gut punch just in case we decide we need to firebomb something.
That's true. Yeah, you can make
There's
sort of
Shank.
like
Like a Molotov, but a wolf's head
Yeah, no
cocktail.
At this point, you can hear the cheers from Bernbauer Stadium as the Beastman Gladiator matches start. This is sort of the part of the opening ceremonies and celebrations of Carnival involve pit fighters and judicial champions and the like fighting Beastmen in exhibition fights, and that is you can hear the first round of cheers and applause as those get going from where you are at the Wolf's Head.
Goodbye, sweet hustle. Goodbye.
Gudrid gives everyone a nod, and you guys make your way out.
Molly's gonna take off her skirt of many pockets and like shove it in like a cupboard or something behind the bar, and she's got her normal trousers on underneath. They're much more efficient for running away.
Yes.
And climbing up drain pipes and jumping over other people and such things you might need to do in a gang fight.
Jerry looks his absolute loutish self, like the peak lout right now. He's got like fake gold chains around him, constantly chewing gum and smoking cigarettes, probably like a flat cap on backwards and a kind of jaunty sideways angle, and a cudgel in one hand, just ready to beat anyone up.
Excellent. All right. So you make your way through. It's as crowded now as it was just after lunchtime the last time y'all were out on the streets. And the only difference now is that it smells a lot worse. And you sort of the rank odor of crowds who've been baking in the sun all day, piss, cheap beer, and the like. As you make your way through the streets now, the Freiburg neighborhood, immediately to the east of it is the Newmarket Eastgate neighborhood. This is a place where sort of like lower middle class, a lot of artisans and some spillover students also live here. But of late, the old quarter gangs have been moving in and claiming a lot of these streets as their turf. And this is where you were being asked to gather along with some of the rest of Big Gouda's, capos and minions and all that. So you make your way directly there. Any stops along the way?
Do we see lots of people taking part in these cat and dog hunts? Are there people kind of running the streets, chasing after animals?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So as you're getting there, you do pass by the occasional knot of people who are like sharpening daggers and hatchets and nets, getting out nets and ropes and sacks and things like that. So there are people who seem to be preparing for this, and you can even see some people who've already started. There's like cages of them, stacked in alleys. Like it seems like some people have been working at this all day, and they are just waiting for sundown and the what's going to happen then. So yeah, there is evidence that people are anticipating this and getting ready.
I feel like Molly does make a stop on the way. She's got something to deliver for someone.
Okay.
Like she'll just like go up one of the like exterior staircases to one of the apartments. So I imagine the buildings are kind of like stacked up. So she'll just go up and like bang on the door and chuck something in through a window. Like that's the thing. Like you knock on the door and then you chuck something in through the window.
All right, so you throw it in through the window, make a delivery then, and are you waiting around for anything or?
Yeah, I think she'll hover like on the steps and wait for whatever is meant to be like returned, whether it's like a note or whether it's money, depending on what sort of run she's doing. I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, she'll like hover and she won't have like explain to anyone what she's doing. She just like disappeared up this flight of steps to go make this delivery on the way.
Yeah, I think maybe it's like a courier type situation where you drop this off, then they've got a reply. You have to like wait around for a couple of minutes while they do a reply or something like that. So you're there for a little bit, sort of hanging out on this on one of the upper stories of these buildings. You get the message afterwards. So otherwise everything goes smoothly.
Yep. Comes back down, something stuffed into some pocket.
Yeah, and so all this is.
They have pockets too.
So while Molly's doing this is York. This is when you notice, like, you've stopped in this neighborhood just long enough to see people like already start to prepare for this this sort of thing is going to take place at sundown. Anyone else do anything while Molly is stopped here?
Van will probably just wonder to Jerry, like, Molly plies her trade at all hours, huh? Thought we were going to fight.
Insatiable, mate. Insatiable.
Certainly appears so.
She'll be richer than all of us if we ain't paying attention.
You realize because of all this cats and dogs things, everyone seems to be tooled up. If this goes bad, it could go really fucking bad quickly.
Yeah, you easily see half the people out here are armed in some capacity. York.
Oh, the rats are safe.
Kind of rechecking what's in what pocket as far as her supplies.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen axes and swords, and there was a guy with a fucking trident down there. Who goes fucking hunting cats with a trident?
Obviously a professional.
He's not wrong.
What pray tell do you think's going to happen when two people, equally armed, corner a cat in an alley, and they both want it?
Who can throw?
Is that what this is? Keeping down the lower classes, make them fight over cats and dogs? Is it? If I feel like this needs a name, they're out dogging. That's what they're doing.
Out catting. Oh,
Melanie just raises an eyebrow and doesn't say anything.
So there's definitely going to be
like to purr,
bloodshed
so
over
maybe
this
it's like
dogging.
a purge. Oh, well, that's dope.
Let's just fucking get this over with. I'm going to get stabbed, I can tell right away. And to be fair, I don't think that's even a bad thing right now.
Molly, are you done? Can we go?
You stay behind me. Stay behind me. Don't worry.
I'm done. Let's go.
All right. Molly's done. The group continues on their way. And, by now it's in that weird half-light between nightfall and day. And so the shadows cast by the buildings here are long. And the lights, some of them are being lit. Now, this is a pre-modern city. There's not even, like, gaslit, lighting here. So nighttime in Middenheim is quite dark. During Carnival, most people stay up later than they normally would. Doors and windows are left open, so light sort of spills into the street, but it's still pretty dark as you get into nightfall here. Working your way through the Eastgate neighborhood, you get to the rendezvous point that Zalindo had mentioned earlier, and you see a crowd of about 20-ish or so of Big Buddha's various gang members and enforcers and thugs and the like. Some of them you might recognize, some of them might be new faces to you. But they're all here at the appointed time.
All right, boys. Well, there's going to be some business going down here.
Good to see you brought along some help with you. And Zalindo comes in out of the crowd. He claps York on the shoulder and be good for you, yes. The arms working, the blood pumping.
I'm not a child. I just have
Basically,
other ways of dealing with things. Not everything is punching someone in the face till they stop moving.
You can try to talk to these assholes that are coming over here, but I tell you, they're not gonna listen.
Thank you.
So like shrugs at him, like, what else do you want us to do?
It's just like I'm in front of like 4 or 5 guards. I realized that it's just futile, and again he goes back to rubbing the bridge of his nose, which is slowly getting worn away and calloused from being in this group.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Other than that, the people who are like really itching for a fight are obviously standing closer to the front, as those who are for show, I guess, make their way towards the back of this group. And you have maybe a couple of minutes before one of the lookouts reports that they think they see one of the Southgate gangs approaching. A bunch of drowned rats.
Eyes up front, boys.
I unlimber my cudgel.
There's they pour out of the side streets in ones and twos. It's about evenly matched between the two of them. Difficult to get an exact head count on the number of drowned rats ahead of you, but it's a similar arrangement of allied gangs, thugs, street toughs, that sort of thing. The South Side gangs have it rough, and since moving into the east side of town, the Big Buddha's gangs have been living large and doing very well for themselves, while the Southies have been dealing with the scraps. So they have a look of hunger, a look of lean meanness to them as they filter out of the alleyways and side streets ahead of you. Probably like 20 feet or so between the two groups.
I extend an arm like, do you want to go have a chat?
We did not come here to chat. This sort of, this paunchy, jowly looking older man kind of comes out. We're here. We're gonna make a deal. You're gonna accept.
That's funny, mate, because all you do is chat shit.
Oh, no, that's not true at all. We're here. You're gonna cut us in on all the profits you guys get around here.
Cut you in, mate. I'm more likely to cut you up.
And he's sort of like, there's a lot of like, hold me back. I wish I would have. Like a lot of that going on between both sides.
Same on our side, I'm sure. Like, I'm being held back.
Yeah. There's just not worth it right now. Like a lot of that. So there's
like halfway up a lamppost, and she's like watching for the watch. She's like keeping an eye out. There's like some sort of bird noise, or something, like a pigeon or something that she's got to do if the watch are coming.
Yeah, Eastgate. The watch will still show up in Eastgate. They won't go to some of these. They won't go to the Old Quarter. They don't necessarily go to South Side. But Eastgate's a nice, respectable neighborhood, full of artisans and others like. So yeah, they'll show up if things get back. Yeah, and of course you guys. So yeah, right now the guy in front of you. Let's see what his name is. What's this guy's name? His name is Vedekind. He's got a very sort of traditional Lorican style name, and he's getting up in Jerry's face. You're gonna cut us in, because otherwise we're gonna come in here. We're gonna have to kick you out. You can't just move into this new neighborhood like that.
You think you fucking pikey scum are worthy of a deal with a big cheese?
What did he call me? I can't believe you said this. 2532.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
It's like, and then there's someone someone from the back throws something and hits someone in the back of Gouda's group, and the sides kind of like surge towards each other for a minute, but kind of stop. It's the dance. What are y'all doing?
Melanie's like on the edge, within like dashing distance to everybody, but trying to keep herself safe so she can take care of anybody that gets hurt.
Okay, so you're not like directly participating in the brawl, but are there if anybody needs help.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like sort of Molly's in a similar position as a lookout, and kind of
Molly's on the lookout. She's probably like making faces at the other gang, like little kissy faces, and then just giving them like the middle finger, and just generally sassing them from like her little spot under this lamp, but not like actively involved in the fighting.
Gotcha.
And you cut to Van, who's talking to York right now. Now what you gonna do? If you stay like the third rank back, one of them will get through, and you can take them out after they've been hit a few times. That way, you have participated, but you save yourself from any extensive bodily damage.
you can see kind of York peering over, trying to count the ranks, and like everything's swirling around him.
Yeah, like a guy 2 feet away just got beamed in the head with a cobblestone. And that's when like you see the front of the Big Gouda's group rush forward, and you guys are now like in each other's face. The brawl is mere moments away. How about
I'm just
Jerry?
waiting for Jerry to like yell for like a wall of death. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit like as they go, and Joe's like, "Fuck him up!" and he just like gets his hammer and starts beating up everyone. It's like that kind of lariness where like he's like bouncing, ready for the fight, you know, like spits out his cigarette for a second and draws a gun.
Oh yeah, cigarettes are going at this point.
York's gonna wait for like maybe 2 people are grappled and headlocking as they go past him, and he's gonna pull out his dagger and he's gonna be really dirty and stab a guy like in the kidney from behind who's already engaged in something. Just like, he doesn't know what to do.
Like Norton's daggers. Okay.
You know what
So let's go ahead and roll.
Queensberry rules means.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. Shanking a bit.
All right, so I want to use a different initiative rule than what's in the book, because I don't like. I think I remember last time we had basically static initiative. Everybody always rolled the same. So what I'd like to do is similar to how we did Beneath Dark Vows. It's gonna be a D10 plus initiative bonus. So not your score, just the first digit of it. So when we're doing initiative, we'll do D10 plus initiative bonus in that. So as the brawl breaks out, I have got a 7 for my initiative. Let's see. That looks like a 4 for Molly, 5 for Van, about everybody else. Nice. All right, 6 for Jerry.
Which one is initiative? Is it just I?
I think it's just I. Yeah, sorry, it's just I. Boom.
I don't think it added my 2 there, so I should be 7.
7.
Mine
Wow.
Go first and murders a person.
Melanie isn't
yeah,
even playing the same game.
Right.
Apparently not.
107. Yeah, just give me a 1d10.
Jesus.
So
I can't see
Everybody's-
today, sorry.
that's all right. Everybody's sort of surging forward. It looks like that probably York is going to get to go first, and it'll be myself, depending on what Mel gets for a roll here.
There you go.
Oh,
Damn.
there you go. Mel is going to go first. Then York, self. Then York, then myself, and then it's going to be Jerry, Van, and then Molly. Mel, York, me, Jerry, Van, Molly. So Mel, you can see you're on the outside. You can see the two of them start two groups of gangsters sort of start to surge towards each other, and the cudgels are out. There's fisticuffs. People are getting each other in headlocks. You have an opportunity to act.
God.
You can hold
Why
if you don't
should
want
the
to.
heal- Yeah, I want to hold. She's observing at this point. Maybe she has her hand on her dagger,
Okay,
just in case
Sort of like
somebody
ready to
lunges at her. Yeah.
sure thing. All right, and so York.
Do you want to keep my original shanking outside, or I can do that now? Or basically, what I'm doing is being dirty as fuck. Whenever I get a chance to stab someone who's not paying me any attention, I'm sticking them in the kidney and or liver.
All right,
so you want a melee?
Yeah, I'd like a melee. You are at this point, given just the general nature of the brawl, you are attacking. Let me see. Just a second. I will let you know whether or not they see you coming or not. You're attacking a surprised opponent, so you'll have one advantage point from that. And then let's see how else you get.
So I got 52. My melee basic is 38, so that's 1 degree of failure, I believe.
All right, 1 degree of failure. Let me get mine here. That is more like 4 degrees of failure for me. So so York hits, and
that's going to be 4 damage to it. 4 kidney damage.
4 kidney damage. So York comes over, and you've got, of course, an advantage from winning a test in against him in combat. Let's see, what do I do? I don't think I have anything else. So York comes over and stabs at one of the drowned rats, and I think he hit him in the kidney. Certainly draws blood, and he's just sort of like, ah! And then you hear a cry sort of go up from that side that you're on. We're just like, knives out! As York draws first blood in the brawl. All right, so that was an attack. You need to do anything else? Anything else with your rest of your action?
I imagine I kind of
Fuck
try
me,
and
this
get
escape.
I try and get away from this guy and look for more turned backs and fresh kids, basically.
Okay, you're going to try to slink back in the crowd there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. There is a the guy that York stabbed was fighting someone else and not really able to pursue, but one of the drowned rats, having seen this stabbing, attempts to pursue after York and take the brawl to him.
What
And
the
so
fuck
he
you
is-
doing, Doc?
He's got a
Queensbury,
he is
mate.
attacking.
Can I be any fucking clearer?
I got
My dick
I
is
got,
fucking clearer. Fuck.
yeah, I got
No,
4
it's not.
degrees, 4 negative success levels.
That's true.
So do I just roll melee when I'm getting attacked? Sorry, that's the bit I'm not
I
sure.
believe so. I believe that you roll melee. I think
Opposed
I don't
weapon,
think there's
weapon
Yeah.
test.
opposed weapon test.
So that is 1 degree of failure again.
All right. So in this case, because I am the one that's attacking. Nothing else happens, right? Like you don't do any damage or anything. He just misses you with his attack.
What did
so that
you
was
roll?
I had a -3 success.
Okay, so yeah, nothing will happen.
Yeah, nothing happens. There is condition under which the defender gets to deal damage. I think they roll a crit or something. But we're all learning the rules as we go here.
Yeah.
That was on your Gareth, or sorry, not Gareth. Jerry. That's going to happen multiple times this season. We're just going to have to get used to it. I'm assuming that Jerry's in the thick of it, but is not the is wielding a knife at the moment. So.
He's fucking Pikey's come up in here and York's fucking stabbing him. He's got something in him.
And I just like, as soon as there's a knife drawn, it's just like all of the knives.
All right. One of them is attempting to attack you, but I got 2 negative success levels for him.
All right.
Like just like a punch comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I got 1 level of success.
All right, so you got. In that case, the attack ends and you get advantage. So the next time that Jerry makes an attack, you will have 1 advantage from that. And Van, you're in the melee as well, yes?
Oh, yes.
You're in the mix. All right. Same thing. One of the drowned rats, just like a brass knuckle type thing, coming up, trying to get you. And let's see. Hey, I actually hit this time. So that's going to be. That's going to be 1 successful. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
2 for me. What'd you got?
Yeah, I got a 49 and my melee is a 46. So I didn't. I didn't succeed. 0.
Okay, so you didn't. I got 2. You got 0. He punches you. I guess in the 81. A leg. He's aiming. He's like trying to get you in the gut. Slips and instead just like really gets you in the leg with the fist here. So this is going to be actually you do not roll for damage. It's going to be 5 damage to Van's leg.
Okay. I mean, I have my leather jerkin and my toughness, so it doesn't bypass that.
I was going to say armor points against fists are doubled. Because
well, I mean, I'm at 5 right now anyway, so
okay. So you get hit, but barely feel it. That's the end of my turn here. The melee sort of swirls around. You can see that that some of the drowned rats and the rest of Big Buddha's men are beginning to draw blades. Jerry, it's your turn.
I fucking twat can have it.
Draw a knife. Actually, it's probably a bottle, but for the sake of this, I'm going to use the knife.
That works.
To start off with, and just club to death. Well, not really to death, but if he dies, he fucking dies. Not my fucking fault. I've got 1 advantage.
1 advantage.
55 and under. That's a fucking hit. That is 3 levels of success.
Boom. And then my 3. Ooh, that is more like 5 negative success levels. That's a difference of what, 8?
My strength is. I have my strength bonus right, which is 4, and I forget what we do for weapons.
It's +2, I think, a dagger. So
yeah, for a
+2
dagger,
dagger.
+2. Yeah.
14.
14. All right. 14.
Fucking have some.
All right. So you just like, boom, knock him upside his head, and he goes staggering back, blood pouring out of a great big wound as you sort of like crack your bottle on him. He's at 1 movement left. This guy. I think that's it. Yeah, you've attacked. I think you can like move or something. But it's pretty crowded in the melee. Jerry, Van.
Okay. That asshole that just tried to dick punch me. I'm sitting there with my mug in one hand and my smithing hammer in the other. It's a little ostentatious, but I'm gonna just clock him right across the head. Have at thee then. Yeah, I failed by 2 degrees.
Oh my god. How bad did you fail? I failed by 4.
2.
2. All right. Well, still win.
Okay.
It's messy, but that's a hit.
Okay.
So the difference is 2. Add that to your damage.
Yeah, and I'm using just a hammer, so that's plus. That's that. I think I wrote the wrong thing down for my damage, actually.
Weapons are
I'll
on
look at-
page 294.
Yeah,
of
I'll
the
look that up
final
when you go to
PDF.
the next person.
Okay. And does anybody have the location chart handy? It's changed since 2nd edition. I do not have it memorized.
I've
Okay,
got it
no,
on
no,
my
no,
character sheet.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a hand weapon,
So
so that's that's strength bonus plus 4. So yeah, that's 7 plus 9 damage.
9. And then location 17 is still a headshot, Charlie, or is it something?
Left arm.
Left arm.
0,
Okay.
sorry, 1 to 9 is head. It's really
Gotcha.
limited to hit the head. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Left
It's not like it was.
Left
okay.
arm or
So it's
off
left arm. Ooh, left arm. So 9 damage on that. All right. You hit him in his arm, and he seems sore about it, but not out of the fight. Molly, it's your turn.
I like to use my turn to look for an opening in the melee that might give one of my gang an advantage to, take out one of these Southies. I've got a nice advantage. Wait, did I do something like that? Just shout out to Jerry or Van or York, like, watch out for that dude, stab that guy, he's coming in on the left, or...
Yes, give me a perception test. And let's just call it a simple one, so I need a success.
Great. So I got a 31 on my perception. That's 2 levels of failure.
All right. Yep. Yeah, it's really dark as well. Although you can see that now that a brawl has begun, like you're up here on your lookout perch, you can see that down the street people are poking their heads out of their rooms. I mean, there's still people sort of in the streets. Y'all are in kind of like a back alley situation. So there are people who are like, "What's going on back there?"
Molly will lean forward and just be like, "Fuck off if you're not joining in."
And then that makes it Mel. Any? I mean, here before the end, is there anywhere you'd like
First time
to?
she said that.
I think that's our tagline.
Mel, it's your turn again.
Gosh. She's probably eyeing Van really hard, making sure he actually didn't get hurt.
He doesn't appear, I don't think, that hurt at all.
Yeah.
Just
Goddamn
laughing.
alcohol-fueled nut job, Jesus Christ.
Right. So I mean, like, if you're not wanting to like get directly involved, you can do like sort of be a lookout, similar to how Molly's doing, or you can sort of like get involved and help out without actually like making an attack or something like that. Like hold somebody down while they get roughed up. But there are already people who have injuries and the like that could use your assistance if you're looking to do some of that.
Yeah. Let's assist somebody.
Okay.
Not draw too much attention to ourselves.
Right. So there's like someone from the front of the fight is staggering back through Big Buddha's men, and he's got like a big sort of bloody spot along his clothes, his chest. Looks like maybe a knife wound or something. And he's kind of like staggering backwards through the melee. If you'd like to help him. Or-
Yes. She starts reaching into her jacket to pull out something to help at least stop the bleeding, so he can get back to it, or tuck him away if he needs tucked away.
Okay. So you can make me a heal test. I think that keys off of your intelligence. This thing.
Good. I got 38 for intelligence. And heal, I put 7 points into.
Cool. After this will be yours turn.
Just murder
Any-
spree.
So while she's rolling that, like, is the guy she's treating, is he our side or their side?
Your side. Huda's side.
Oh, okay. He's not gonna get stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I don't.
What'd you got
I don't
on the
have
roll?
on the other side. What am I rolling? Sorry.
Third 100.
A D100 against the your heal skill.
Going out a +7 or the
So if you got a 38 base, then plus 7 is going to make it what, 45? 45.
45.
46.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so you get 45 or under is what you're looking for.
Mhm.
Oof.
Oh, so that's what they call a marginal failure. It's not like a full sort of, it's not like a disaster. You're doing your best to get this guy bandaged up during the melee. There's a lot of jostling about. It's sort of dark, but you've got the bandage on. It's just not as nice as you would like for it to be.
Stopping the bleeding as much as I'd like.
Right, yeah. It's a messy patch up. York.
So is this guy kind of keeping me contained now? Is he on me? I can't really sneak away and slice anyone who's not suspecting it. Have I got to face him head to head?
Yeah, he's got you in his sights there. Yeah, it's not just like an incidental thing.
I'll kind of start. Listen, you can walk away now, or things are gonna. And then halfway through, I'm saying I'm just gonna lunge at him viciously.
Okay.
That is 3 degrees of failure.
Yeah, and I'm like 2 degrees of success for myself. So
Record.
you lose. York loses his advantage that he had, and that's it. Action's over. And that is now my turn. So you slice out at him, and he sort of like dodges out of the way and comes across to attack you, sort of like hit you with the butt of his cudgel. So go ahead and roll me. I got 3 negative success levels to York's.
I got 4. I was 35.
This is
Yeah, I
a
think
messy
it's 4.
fight. This is a very, very messy fight. So that's going to be the difference of 1, which makes it, in this case, York is going to take 5 damage to location 56, which is body shot. Yeah. Yeah, just like butts you in the stomach with the end of his cudgel there, and that's 5 damage. That's gonna get for him. Gareth, this one that the one that you hit last time sort of like staggered back through, and one of his buddies like leaps across and tries to flying tackle at Gareth. So let's make a roll here.
How is it Will makes utter scum as a character, and you decide just to call him Gareth the whole time? Should I be
it's the
He makes the worst person in the fucking world.
Panda. It's not personal because I call you Panda.
Okay, that's fine.
It's gonna happen.
Same Dave, I wouldn't believe you.
I am
Killer of dogs.
And names. So, yeah, you've got one of them attacking you, Jerry. Go.
I have 1 advantage. No, 2
Yeah.
advantages, right? I have 2 advantages because I hit him and then I had to finish. Okay, so perfect. So I'm looking for 65.
I have 1 success.
Okay. So let's see. I got 1 level of success.
All right. We tied. I have no idea what happens in a tie.
I think nothing happens.
Yeah, I don't think anything happens. I think he tries to come at you and sort of instead of tackling you, really just sort of lands nearby, but you don't have any particular way to retaliate against him at this moment. So you've got another one sort of up in your face, but this fight that it's broken out now that is devolved into a bunch of just individual duels. And then Van, you still had 1 on you, yes?
I believe so.
Here we go. Ooh, here we go. That is going to be that's going to be 3 success levels for me.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's 3 failures for me, so that's 6 on you.
6 plus my there's 9. That's going to be 9 damage to location 50, which is the body as he comes in again and just tries to punch and take down Van.
Okay, so you said armor does double against fists?
Armor does double against fists.
Okay, so that gives me a 6 at the body, so I take 3 damage.
All right, there we go. Into my turn. Jerry. Jareth.
All right then.
Dorothy.
Let's have some.
I'm gonna smack the guy in front of me with a dagger punch to the gut. Something that probably won't kill him, but will certainly put him out of commission. And that is 2 levels of success with my advantages.
2 levels of success. I got no levels of success, and so got 2.
So 2, and then I have +6 on my strength and my dagger, so 8 overall.
Make that 5. All right. Yeah, you just like quick jab in the torso and draw blood, and he's like, oh, first time I've been stabbed.
Yeah, used to it, mate. We're stabbing everyone up in here.
That's all
You're
yours.
just a fucking madman. Who fucking knew?
Right. Van.
I like
Okay.
stab him.
This one's for you, York.
So like marvelous man on my plate.
So yeah, after this asshole punches Van in the gut, maybe makes him like throw up a little bit. Oh no, that's alcohol
Spill
abuse.
your beer.
Yeah, and then I'll have to pay him back double for that. So he'll swing the hammer.
Boom.
And failed. So yeah, I failed by 1 degree.
That's fine. I failed by 5. So
It's
So much failing.
4 and 7,
That's
so that's 11 damage.
oh yeah, shit.
Right?
To
I mean, it's the difference.
what level? It's 45. That's chest. 11 damage. I think we have our first critical as Van smacks this guy in the chest, and it exceeds his wound total by 3. Here we go. We're going to take just a minute, folks, to got critical. So I've taken I guess a level 3 critical here, as the wounds are at 0, and there is. Oops, we don't need misfires. We need crits. And I am not finding them. So, all right, we'll come back to it. As you hit him. Clearly, he's knocked out of the fight. As a blow that severe will just really take the fight out of any young street tough. Molly, it is your turn. While I sort of try to figure out what happened to this guy.
Molly is just now. She's gonna start looking for the guards because this is getting noisy and like serious messy. Someone's gonna start shouting for them at some point to break it up because it's getting murderous.
Right. Go ahead and make me a perception test then.
Sure will. That's
Vibes are out. Oh no. I mean, your instincts tell you whatever they tell you, but you don't spot anyone coming just yet. There are people running towards the brawl, but you're not sure if they're just like drunks who see a fight that might be fun to get in on, or are something else. No recognizable guards at the moment, though.
Do I notice? With my night vision, do I notice how my friends are doing? Like, my gang members are important, but like my actual immediate friends, are they all looking okay?
It looks like Van's taken a couple of hits, but Jerry's doing all right, and so does York. York looks like he's doing okay. It doesn't look like. I mean, you've seen plenty of street brawls. They don't usually last that long. And this one,
time.
yeah, this one is probably within probably close to dissolving as the fight gets knocked out of a lot of these basically kids. So yeah, I mean, you still have an action though.
Ah, no, she's just setting up her little lamppost. Out the way.
Cool.
If someone does come running past her, she'd probably like at least pick them, but
if they do.
yeah, she'll just like hold. I don't know if that's the thing in Warhammer. Just like hold that action. Like if someone comes running past, she just like give them the boot. But
Yeah, I get you. Just to trip them up. All right. That was Molly. Mel, it's your turn. You've seen Van take a hit. But other than that, no one else that you know or recognize is seriously injured.
Van, you need anything over there?
I need a refill.
Does she toss him a flask?
All right.
What am I pulling for? Yeah, what am I pulling for
maybe
to
like
toss?
a BS roll, a ballistic skill roll for that.
38.
Yeah. What's your? Yeah, if it's under your skill, I think you'll be able to get it. Usually, elves are pretty ridiculous. What's that?
Do I need to roll to catch it?
We'll see how well. Ooh.
not my skill set.
Yeah, that's 6. Yeah, it goes sailing.
Did she at least
Sailing
brain someone on the head with it?
past
Or
fans,
accidentally hit someone in the head, knock him out.
It like lands in the way back.
Maybe I hit York
Drown
instead.
Why me? Anyone else?
Alright.
So Mel tosses the
I didn't
flask
see that
into
coming.
the crowd. And
Helping, I think.
helping. How about York? York, the crowd has started to thin out a little bit. There's a guy who's still fighting you, but is sort of looking around for his buddies now. Brown rats have always had a reputation for, just not being up for a scrap. But you still have one on you.
York's going to use one of his card tricks moves where he goes to stab with the right hand, but he's palmed it off, the knife off to the left hand, so that it comes in and that goes under, aiming for like to go up underneath the ribs.
Okay.
I should probably like roll before I describe something awesome.
Sure.
Oh no, that hits! Yeah,
Hey,
2 degrees of success. Or 1 degree.
Good grief. That's not at 6 negative success levels. There you go.
and
So
can they get another one from his advantage?
Oh yeah, you would have gotten another one because you had the I think
So he
2
takes
advantage?
7 damage. I think I only had 1.
7. All right, 7 damage. What? And you're still using your ceremonial dagger?
Yeah.
All right.
Still counts
7.
even though it's small.
That's very, very true. That
We're both fathers, we know that.
You see him stagger back, sort of like the blood drain from his face for a second as he takes another stab, and you just see the fight leave his eyes as, he doesn't particularly want to be stabbed anymore. This was supposed to be a show of strength that has not gone planned, and you see it sort of like the cudgel goes slack at his side as he attempts to flee the field. And at this point, all over, you see drowned rats dropping their weapons and running back through the dark alleys and overhanging streets that they came from. Those of you in the melee can make one final parting shot, and those of you who are not, if you want to like throw something, now is a chance. But otherwise, the brawl is quickly dissolving.
Do I get another attack? if he's disengaging from me, or is he kind of backing away so I can't?
He's like trying to, but he's not very good at it, so you can't get another attack. What was that for Jerry?
Got a lot of few stones and shit at people as they run away.
All right.
That's fucking right. You want some?
And just heckle them as they run.
If I get +3 advantage now, that is a standard success for me, I believe.
Okay. So that's that.
So that would just be 4 damage from me.
All right, 4 damage. There we go. And ooh, yeah, he sort of like stumbles and staggers out of the way. Your parting shot seems to really get him good there. How about for Jerry? Actually, a critical for.
It's probably not a real attack roll. I'm just probably lobbing shit at them as they go.
Okay, just like getting
now that the fight's done. Yeah, there's no real like malice in his his attacks towards
it's
him.
not like you were over here who was going out for blood.
Right, yeah, purposefully murdering people. I mean, like, I
Alright.
stabbed a guy, sure, but like,
Yeah.
you know.
That's what, like,
probably
you
looking-
told me to fight, but like, York has had to fight before, but when he's fought, he's aimed to kill people. He doesn't know about this.
fucking wrong, so what did I say?
One he neither understands or cares what
Fucking
happens.
madman.
How about Van? Van just lets him
Van-
run away.
Yeah, at some point, maybe like somebody like hit his mug and it's like broken and chipped, and he's just like, hell, oh well, and he like throws it at one of the parting people, just kind of again, not trying to like hurt anybody, maybe even
Yeah.
help the guy up that he like hit in the chest because he heard a rib crack.
Yeah, he really, that guy's really hurt.
Never make me waste food. That's a lesson in life, son. Get out of here. He's like,
And then he goes looking for the flask that Mel threw.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna
doesn't
say.
he doesn't have anything to drink out of now, so.
The only thing I think
that's
she would do is try to spot it for him.
All right. And then, the brawl has subsided. It looks like a few of the drowned rats that were not fast enough are sort of getting the snot beat out of them by some of the more impassioned members of Big Buddha's gang here. But you look around, no one's the worse for wear. No one looks like they've died. But there is blood on the cobblestones. What are y'all doing in the immediate aftermath here?
I like wiping away the blood from a bloody nose, down some hard liquor, and look at York.
You're fucking crazy, son.
What the fuck is this about? You told me we were coming to a fight, and you wanted this dealt with. What?
I don't want you fucking stab her. What did I? Fuck. I'm glad you
Have
did.
you not got have you not got a knife on you now?
That's neither here nor there, son.
Where I come from, if someone comes at you, you need to put them down forever. Otherwise, they keep coming.
Fuck me.
Melanie kind of shakes her head, points at the flask, and shoves some cotton up Gerhardt's nose.
Alright. So immediate.
Yeah, Van recovers the flask and has a sip. Goes over and he shares it with York first. Like,
that was damn fine. It is maybe next time wait till they pull the knives first.
York hasn't had a drink since he lost all that money gambling, but he'll kind of think about it. Yeah, he needs a drink. His hands are really shaking after what's happened.
You got the bins. It's been a while for you, huh?
Yeah, quite a while. Thank you.
What's the worst that could happen, huh?
As y'all are getting patched up and sort of like taking stock in this immediate aftermath, I'd like Molly. You're sort of on the outside. Yeah, you're still like posted up on as
I think
lookout.
like Molly will like let go of the leash of Jerry's dog, and have like tucked her hip flask into its collar and just send it to Dad. Off you go. Go find her. And she's still keeping a lookout because she knows there's grasses in these houses. So she's just making sure no one's sticking their heads out now it's gone quiet.
Okay. And so in that case, I need Molly to make me a perception test. If you have any talents related to hearing, those would be applicable here.
I have night vision, but that is...
In fact, I guess if anyone has any sort of hearing-based talents, they could also make that as well. I think maybe, I don't know if elves still have like accurate hearing. You could think like it sounds like okay. It sounds like Carnival always does. There's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of shouting, a lot of laughing, a lot of what have you. You're in a side street right now, not on one of the main thoroughfares. And so, you really can just see down towards the end of the alley and then some of the other side streets that connect to it.
At least it sounds like we haven't missed all the party.
Yeah, true. Fucking show them lot who's boss, don't we? She's will be happy.
So,
It's very good. You'd be happy, yes. These Southsiders think they can come in here and demand a cut. Those are like spits in their
They got
direction.
fucking cut, didn't they?
And he like claps York on the back again. Do good down at the butcher's.
Yeah. Well, look at York. Yeah, maybe there's someone in you yet, Sam.
Got some fire in him. It's good. It's good. Nice brawl to loosen up. We're gonna go. We're gonna get those goat hides, But be safe tonight. And
all right.
Where's Bagler Wolf then?
The various gangs start to break up after their brawl. So you guys are heading back to the Wolf's Head. It's now thoroughly dark. The streets are still relatively packed, or at least you can tell that they are from up ahead as you make your way out of the alley. Anything you do before you exit the alleyways and side streets where you were at?
Keep on a lookout for any stray dogs or cats. I mean, as well make a pretty penny. Or not.
Sure. Yeah.
We all need a few drinks, boys.
Yeah. And then you've got Jerry. You've got your big sort of like pit bull dog with you, or some or mastiff or something. I forget how.
Yeah, I'll probably brought him with me.
Okay. I thought that Molly had said that.
Yeah,
all right.
Molly dragged him. Didn't trust the pub.
It's like my dog, but I don't really look after it.
Right, yeah.
At
We all look
one
after it
shilling
for him.
ago, this dog is like secret. She knows.
As you exit the alleyway, you can sort of see how it's not quite a typical Carnival night. Up and down the street, while there are little groups of people still congregated and having a good time, you also see several grisly scenes of citizens of Middenheim in pairs and small groups running down the street after dogs and cats with clubs, nets, and other implements in their hands. And every now and then you can hear the yips and yowls of these animals as they are caught and dispatched with. As you make your way back from the Eastgate neighborhood to the Freiburg, the sounds of this just become more and more pervasive. And you start seeing people walking home themselves with wounds on them, people being carried home, half limping in their companions' arms. And you even spot a pair of residents of the Freiburg fighting over the carcass of a particularly small dog, as one of them knifes another in the dark as you make your way back to the Wolf's Head. So give me an idea here. You're making your way through the neighborhood. There's a lot of sounds of violence going on around you, a lot of sounds of disturbance, and your normally pleasant Carnival crowds are starting to disperse as you make your way through the neighborhoods. Give me an idea of what it is that you do, or maybe even something that you see on the way back.
Van is going to turn on whoever is walking dog that we're with.
Mm-hmm.
Might want to hide that beastie, because this is getting a little out of hand.
And he's going to go ahead and have his hammer back out, just ready for anything. Keep an eye out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So y'all are approaching the wolf head sort of from the back. Use one of the alternate entrances to it, or you can go around the front.
I think, like, unusually for us, we come in through the moon door. We come in through that back door that we normally, like, that's usually like an exit only. But today it's become an entrance.
Okay. All right. So that's where Molly's headed. How about anybody else?
I'll go with Molly. I feel like getting a view from the back would be more be the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
I'm going in through the fucking front door, mate.
Yeah.
I'm going to yell a lot of the way there as well. A lot of the way there. Just a little excerpt would be, "Who the fuck has done this?"
So walking to the broad street, just like yelling at people.
Yeah, who the fuck did this? I stop someone along the way and yell at them for a bit.
Oh,
hey,
yeah, huh? What? Yeah, and you like his friends are running past as he sort of like grab him and stop. What? Yeah, what?
Who the fuck did this, Sam?
Did you what? Who did what?
They're all beating up, innit? They don't have a fight.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, where you been?
Fucking Eastgate, mate. There's a fight down there.
Oh no, you should have been at the Great Park. There was like a riot over there over somebody came through with like a crate of cats. Broke. Went everywhere. I don't know why they've been hurt, but you gotta watch out. And he looks at the dogs like, sorry about that one. You know, you're not gonna get as much, but you should probably just, well, now that's smart, keeping it alive till you get there. I like that.
Yeah.
And he sort of like tries to back away from you.
Yeah, tell him to fuck off and he can go.
Yeah, and as he goes off, like, Van was going to kind of like tug at Jerry's sleeve. Crates of cats.
Something about them getting all loose everywhere, and then there was a fight. Don't know why that was, though.
Why would they
As
have cats in crates?
As I stated previously, it's the bourgeoisie. They're trying to put us down and make us do menial tasks and fight over it.
I don't give much credence to your. Well, I know I did earlier, but I was trying to give you some money. I was trying to help out, but I think you might be right this time. This seems awfully odd. Go kill these things, and all of a sudden they start showing up in crates for everyone. Start fighting over.
It's what they do. They put up these walls and make us jump through these hoops, and then they change the fucking hoops every fucking day. That's what this is. This is a war on our
about is if
class.
the pub's all right, and if those fuckers from the south have pulled a number on us. What you were saying before.
They might as well. They could have.
If it looks like a pikey, if it smells like a pikey, probably a pikey.
Molly, can't you get me a drink, for fuck's sake?
Yeah, Molly and Mel have sort of gone in through the back way as the guys sort of make their way around the front. And inside, Gunter just he's inside. He's not out. And there are more patrons in here, but it's not as busy as it normally should be for the first night of Carnival.
Where the hell is everyone, Gunter? And she's like busy getting the drinks all ready because she knows that everyone else is coming in, and something nice for Melanie as opposed to the like cheap swirl that everyone else gets.
Gunter points at the front door and just goes,
What you on about, Butler?
Why haven't you got someone out there getting them in? I can't do everything. I had to go with bloody Jerry down to Eastgate.
Mind your
All
language,
right.
love.
Don't you start, Jerry.
So everybody's back in the Wolf's Head. Like I said, it's not as crowded as it normally is for a carnival night. And they're just everybody that's in here is also not particularly feeling festive. They're just drinking their usuals and keeping to themselves. Night's fallen, and normally you'd party into the night and on through the rest of the week. But I'm curious as to what y'all's plans are as the first night of Carnival stretches out ahead of you.
I'm deeply suspicious of this.
Deeply suspicious.
I am gonna take some drugs. and
Think
and
about
I
it.
am gonna drink a lot as well. I am gonna do those things.
All right.
If anyone would like to partake, they can fuck off. Aside from drinking, that's fine.
I think
Melanie,
Molly... There you go.
No, go ahead.
And Molly will just pick up her hustle and try and get people in. She doesn't care if they're stabbed. She'll send them to Mel. So, she'll just grab anyone off the street, try and get the bar busy and, in the proper spirit. She's kind of a bit pissed off that she's kind of missed everything, so she's double timing the drinks. And when York starts off with his bourgeoisie theory again, that's when she kicks off about it. And she goes into her standard rant, and she's up on the bar, and she's stomping her feet, and generally just making a lot of noise. And it starts to feel like Carnival again, and she's happier.
Yeah, it's certainly, it gets a bit more lively. And there's a lot of the patrons who kind of would join in with any sort of rants or the like.
And Van, while all that's going on, while they're getting everyone whipped up, he would try to kind of just work through the crowd and find people that were down at the market?
The Great Park.
The Great Park?
The Great Park.
Yeah, try to find people that were down there and talk to them, see what if they saw what somebody described these a crate full of cats getting broken open, who was carrying these crates.
Oh yeah.
If they want them dead, then why did they keep them alive? It's easier if you just kill them to put dead cats in a crate to move them. So it's just something's not adding up to Van, but he's a little drunk, so he can't quite put his finger on it.
And Melanie's patching up the people as they come in, with Furiosity trying to fix how she fucked up patching the guy in the middle of the fight.
Gotcha.
And those that can't pay her in coin, pay her in drink, so she gets a little drunk as the night goes on.
There is there are several people who are down at the Great Park and talking to Van talking to them. They kind of get they sort of spill a bit of the details about what's going on, and at the same time, with Melanie, people are coming in occasionally off the streets. A lot of them will have some sort of just cut or contusion or something that needs tending to. Van, you're able to learn. There are a couple of salty old laborers. Just sort of they work for some of the more established businesses around here. A couple of regulars. And there was a cart. It was guarded by the watch, and it's coming through right past the stadium. And I don't know what happened, but tipped over, and one of the sides broke open, and it just was. It was a madhouse. A lot of people got trampled and kicked, and they were all just running after him. It must have been 30 cats. I don't know. It was right at sundown. I came here right after that.
Right. So right when this was supposed to kick off. He'll kind of conspiratorially stroke his his closely cropped beard and look over at Jerry like,
Wait, what's up?
There's goings on. Ons are being goeyed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying, Sam. I know what you're saying.
Well, the guards, they were releasing cats. Why would they do that? At sundown. No less. According to this old timer. No offense, I'm probably old.
Wait a minute. That's about the time where everything started to go down. Those fucking pikeys have done it to us again with the cats, isn't they?
Maybe they're in with the guards.
They're in with the guards and the cats.
This man
gets really paranoid.
Jerry back
Gets
on
super
track.
paranoid when it's like.
Yes.
Alright.
I think we should check out these guards.
Yeah, just fucking have them.
Yeah, sure, that's a good idea.
Oh,
Discussion
fucking
of
no.
cards.
Well, would anybody really round up that many cats at sundown and hand them over to the guards that quickly?
Probably
Right.
not. But do you think we should talk to them or just watch them?
Oh, I mean, who watches the watch? Should
Molly.
write that down. Write that down.
I mean, if they pay enough now.
I mean, there's something to it.
I
don't
think we're
disagree.
talking about something different.
Yeah, might be right.
I mean, if
I mean,
Bring one in.
everybody was fucked up about it on the way back. Everybody was going at it or hurt or in some form of just been in a tussle or something going on. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Yes.
can you get me close enough to the place where they're handing in the animals? I could probably see if I can find out something going on. I got ways
out
of
what's
knowing
going
some
on.
things.
I think it's worth a look.
I can probably get you there. I know a
We're
few
going
people.
tonight.
Right,
What
fucking
time is it?
now. Ain't no fucking time to waste, Sam. No way for
Hey, by
cats
the way,
raiding him.
in this time of drinking everything, could Mel have a look at Van? He did
Of course.
take a cudgel to the gut.
A brutal blow.
Well,
That's
while we're
right.
doing that, I found the list of drugs that are available in Warhammer 4th edition because that's
Here
the
we
kind
go.
of game.
Important information's coming.
Ratings
One
down.
of the most common is weird root, which is chewed, which
Good.
I'm assuming is sort of like a dip or a chaw, kind of
Okay,
thing,
yeah, like a dip
dried.
is what I was thinking as well, yeah.
It gives a bonus to toughness and willpower, but a penalty to agility, initiative, and intelligence, lasting only a handful of minutes. It's a sense of euphoria and
Oh,
pleasant hallucinations accompany weird root. Spit is apparently made from some sort of camellia leech that are found in marshes, and if you pass a very hard toughness test, you retreat into a full-on hallucinatory fantasy, which lasts for a number of minutes.
That's Jerry's whole life.
Stop playing
Doesn't
role-playing
need
games.
drugs for that.
Yeah,
Save me some of
there's
that
more.
for later, Jerry.
There's some that only work on elves. There's Randall's Delight.
Of course there is.
So anyway, there's quite a bit of magical and exotic narcotics here in Warhammer. Love this
Run,
game.
get your ass over here. Let me check on you.
So Van's getting patched up. Everyone else, there's some talk of maybe going out again tonight. And then Molly's going on one of her tirades probably at some point. So you're gonna head out. What's the plan here?
Yeah, if I've got someone to accompany me because things are a bit crazy out there, I wouldn't mind taking a little look at this, where everything's been, just to kind of find out and see if I can get a bit more information.
Okay.
They've kind of
So-
angried me up. I feel like I want to fuck the system a little bit.
If I heard York's plan and I see that very fuck the system attitude, I reckon Molly will try and like get him up there because she's pretty good, I think, at working her way through crowds. Like she knows everyone. Like you can get him wherever.
Okay, so Molly's gonna maybe go with York.
Yeah.
And check out one of these watch posts so that you can see how the bounties are being collected. That's the idea, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think she's probably
Report back
fed up
to me.
being told to shut up by people in the pub. She's like, all right then, fuck you all, I'm going with York.
All right. Okay. Anyone else going with Molly and York?
Yeah, Van would after he gets looked at.
Okay.
Melanie would reluctantly. She'd probably be falling behind.
Okay.
Let's fucking
And then,
go, Sam.
For Jerry.
He's got this like nervous energy that he needs to work out now.
There's in this sort of pre-prep phase as Van is getting patched up and the night kind of drags on. York, you're getting things ready. Everyone in the main tap room can hear a crash coming from the back.
What the fuck is that?
Shall
I don't know,
check it out?
Is this outside or in here?
Came from inside. It's probably from the back entrance.
Oh, through the moon door.
We all pile in, yeah.
Yeah, we all like about face.
Melanie would probably head towards her doorway. Check that first.
Okay.
To her
Melody's
little room.
Will,
Going back towards the room.
Before we get that, did you want to do wild magic surges today? Did we resolve those?
Oh shit, I totally forgot. We may want to do those between now and next week then.
Okay, we can do those then. So Melody's gone back to look at sort of her clinic that's in the back, and I thought someone heard someone going was going to go towards the moon door.
Yeah, I mean, you
Who's
said it was
going-
back from back there, right?
Yeah.
Van
Back there.
would go ahead and get up and kind of start sauntering over there, checking it out.
How about the rest of the group?
Yeah, I'll follow Van.
I'll let him deal with it.
You fucking sort that out.
Molly?
He's in his own world.
What about Molly?
I think she'll like turn around, see what's going on, but she's not interested in like walking into someone stabbing someone else in the back room right now, which seems fairly likely as a thing that's going on back there. So she'll like wait until she's called for.
Okay. So the three of you go back there. At some point, Melanie's splitting off to go check out her clinic, and so Melanie, you're going. You haven't been back here in a while. It's sort of dark. It is sort of like stuffed into the like a add-on to the tavern at the back kind of thing.
Shoddily set up. Dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a clean cloth laid across the table for surgery. But you enter into a little into the area, and you don't think you see anything, but it is dark in here.
You want me to perception?
Yes. Yeah, if you're going to take a look around, certainly.
Alright. Yeah, 49.
All right. You're looking around. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. You don't see anyone hiding in the shadows or behind any of the cabinets in here. But you can hear in maybe one of the other rooms back here that someone is making a lot of racket. And in fact, both Van and York, you can hear this as well. Is once you get back here, there's someone in one of the back storerooms close towards the back entrance that is making a lot of noise.
It's not mine, boys. Keep checking.
Look, get your knife ready.
I kind of
Van-
pull it out, ready to go.
Van starts with his hammer out, starts walking up towards that door to like throw it open and try to catch them off guard.
Okay.
Melanie's in her doorway, but she's pulled her knife because the racket's got her rattled.
Okay. And so Van is next to the door that's kind of like towards the very back room, ready to open up. York's behind him. Everybody's got their knives out. What are you doing, Van?
Okay, we're gonna go on 3. 1, 2, and he kicks the door open.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
and kicks the door to the back room open, and you can see that the moon door outside is open itself. There's sort of like dim light from the street lamps shining into it. And this room is sort of like just old kegs and junk and just sort of a room of most of the time just kind of forgotten about stuff. And you can see that several of the kegs have been upended and one of them is broken and lying shattered on the floor. Some of them were just tucked over. These are, of course, empty. There are crates and bags and other storage containers that appear to be crashed in, and there's maybe a figure of some kind that's in a heap on one of these piles of storage containers.
What's that?
Who goes there?
You hear just a groan, just.
Can I strike a
And-
candle? I'll pull one out of my bag and light it up.
Okay.
And Van will be slowly inching towards this crumpled figure as Rat's doing that. But I mean, I have night vision, so I don't know if I can kind of see a little better here with the moonlight from the moon door.
Melanie would let Van check it out first before she'd go in to help.
You see a short figure, kind of possibly dwarf, maybe big halfling, in real loose clothes, not not particularly well made, very dirty. You can see both boots and legs are covered in muck and mud and appear to be wet. You're looking at the figure as he's laying face down, sort of away from you. So its feet are closest to you, its back is towards you. You see a great shock of kind of white hair that looks like it's only recently recently grown out. It's not very long. It just sort of forms a halo of wiry white fuzz around his around its head. And whoever it is trying to get up out of this predicament that they're in, and just groaning in discomfort.
Van will just kind of move forward and like slowly reach out and like pull the shoulder back. He still has his hammer like ready to go behind him, but friend, come on, turn about. We have a doctor.
Doctor.
He doesn't have any.
No doctors. No doctors. And as he turns over, Van recognizes the face of his father, Ferris, as a dwarf who has a scar that runs here and then here. Fresh, bright red, stapled. Hair and otherwise is in these sort of dingy clothes that appear as though he's been walking through water or muck. And he kind of looks at you, and it's a dim glint of recognition. I've found you, Van.
Father.
Don't let them take me back there. He seems to pass out. I think next week we're going to figure out a bit more about who's this.
Holy shit! Damn!
Now I have to graduate.
Father.
You do have a father. You weren't lying.
Very pissed. What the fuck's going on in here? Oh man!
It's me dad.
Dead Billy. Holy shit! Well, my friends, that is a way to run an episode 1. That is a great conspiracy. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed tonight's show. If you have, please do let us know there in chat. If you haven't followed the show, hit that follow button and join us. Stick around. We're about to do a tabletop loot and dice giveaway, and we have the episode 1 of Star Trek Adventures Deep Space 5 coming at you in just a few minutes' time here. A new show here in a roleplay, so that's going to be incredible fun, but holy moly, this was a good time, and I love all of the characters already, and all of the terrible things they're going to get up to. But Jim fucking Davis' son, the dog killer extraordinaire, how is that?
Listen, I told you guys that I was not going to disappoint. I am going to kill all of the cats and dogs in Middenheim. Not a one of them is going to make it out of this adventure alive, and that's the mark I'm going to leave. You know? But I love urban campaigns. I love the sort of just street gangs and lowlifes and petty criminals, as well as bizarre conspiracies and the like. So I'm really looking forward to this season. Good start.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Jim. And Charlie, great stuff as ever with Molly. How was that?
I am so happy that we're continuing the tradition of screaming each other's names at each other. I think that is something that was very important in season 1. I think it's going to be important in season 2. I am so excited to delve deeper into this world and to continue doing silly gang side quests where we just completely ignore what is going on and we just want to go and shank someone. So.
Can we stop it?
Can we stop it? I mean, I have to say, like, my favorite moment was definitely when Jerry, like, dragged York into this fight and then was like, dude, you're mad, you just stabbed someone, that's not what's going down.
What?
And shout out to Panda for the killer fortune as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm so excited, and I hope if people like me, they'll come and check out Roll Up on Friday, because I'm doing some cool character creation. And in a few weeks, Jim's going to be there, and we're going to do some Warhammer character creation.
Yes.
So, shameless plug, but please come hang out. 5 p.m. EDT.
Here on Encounter Roleplay every Friday. Great stuff. That's going to be awesome. Cannot wait for some more character creation. And Pruitt, great job tonight. How was that?
I love this group and I love this game. It's so much fun. I can't wait till next week, and I can't wait for the rest of this campaign. It's just gonna be fucking nuts. By the way, I did totally call it fucking Purge, just with cats and dogs, and so that's amazing. So hide your cats, hide your dogs. They gonna find you. Anyway, I'm Pruitt. I'm one half of WebDM. Jim is the other half. We had a video on Aboleth to come out today. Go check that out at some point. We're going to be on Unearthly Twilights later on our channel with Grant Ellis running that game. And I have my game on Tuesday night, Starward Bound. If you like Spelljammer, come check that out.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. And Cherry, how was that?
Good. I'm really liking the dynamic we're getting going here, and who sticks to who and who sticks back, and feeling out how everybody handles the situation.
Absolutely. And we can follow you online on Twitch as well, right?
Yes. I think I'll be going live later with either Scum and/or Conan. We'll see what I'm feeling up to later.
Awesome. Great stuff. Last and most least, Gareth. Oh, he's muted. That's how I like him. Good stuff, Gareth. Yes, Will, you're the best. I'll paraphrase. Such talent, Will. D&D sex icon. You're the best person I know. How are you so talented? That's just paraphrasing for you guys.
What a great friend.
What a joke on Gareth, really is. Anything you wanted to add there, Gareth?
Well said.
Still well said. well said. That truly was, I think, Gareth's best speech here at Encounter Roleplay, and a glowing endorsement of me and everything I've ever achieved. So thank you guys for joining us. Oh man, we're going to get into our next game here, which is Star Trek Adventures Deep Space 5. We're here every week at the time of 4 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday for more Warhammer, The Great Conspiracy. So join us next week for some more. But stick around, we've got Star Trek on its way and a Table of the Top loot giveaway in just a few moments' time here. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, try not to roll too many net ones because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye. Commit crimes with your friends. Bye.
Wow.